Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody, to the show. What a wacky series of events that bring us here tonight.
Dearly beloved.
I mean, first of all, we're talking about the movie Matilda, but it was supposed to be such a completely different vibe in here.
It was going to be a party.
It was
end of COVID party.
It was going to be party-like. You know,
Yeah,
it was going to be party-like. Now, the first thing, by the way, guys, I'm Jarrett, and again, this is Jarrett Goes to the Movies, and with me in studio is Eric and Casey, and Amy is tapping in remotely. And
MTV Cribs where the magic happens.
Yeah. So we knew that Sean wasn't going to be here. Sean is with another band that he works with called Lions at the Gate, and they're making a rock and roll video.
Music videos. They're coming back.
A music video is what he's doing. And so we'll miss him tonight. Now, that's fine, because then it was supposed to be the four of us, and then we had guests coming. We had Bobby and Anna Donovan. Now, for those of you who don't know them, most of you probably don't. Bobby used to work for me. He was a tech for a very long time for me. Now he is the production manager at Gas Monkey, which is a live venue here. And then his wife is awesome, born in Russia. She just fucking is always in a hurry. She's Russian.
She's Russian.
Oh, no.
Russian. Yep. But anyway, so they're supposed to be here. And then, so yesterday we find out that Amy, who is now a substitute teacher, and helping children learn to be grown-ass humans, helping kids to learn to do what people in their 30s know, which is how to take care of themselves.
Yeah, wipe.
That's a quote from this movie.
Front to back.
Yeah. That's a quote from this movie. I just see what I did. I worked it in.
I know. You must have watched this
2
hours.
That's what he usually does. He usually just works it in
works
somehow.
it in there as best I can.
Yeah, you didn't want me to. You said you had a headache.
So Amy, just in her second day of being a substitute teacher, is already exposed to COVID-19. COVID-19.
Well, the fun thing is, I don't remember if I told you guys this on the text thread or not, but I was actually exposed twice because another one of our staff members that comes into our classroom was also tested positive today.
Yeah, well, that's so you told us that today. We'd already decided you were going to come in remote. I mean, but here's the thing. Where we live, because Eric was saying that where Eller goes to school, you've gotten 3 out of the 5 days this week. You guys have gotten he didn't even start till Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday. They started Tuesday.
Yep.
Eller didn't go. We're
Yep.
homeschooling him until whatever the hell happens.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, but-
way to go.
Oh, wow. So not through the school because that's not offered, right?
Correct.
So you guys, but y'all are dialed into that because Kelsey is actually a homeschool teacher.
Yes, she's taught remotely for a virtual learning school
For this, right?
many years.
Yeah.
He's not taking that specific curriculum because that doesn't start till 3rd grade, I think, something like that.
Right.
So yeah, we purchased a curriculum. You know, she did all the research on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we took Eller to his open house. We were still on the fence even as of last week, and just thought about it over the weekend and couldn't do it. So they started Tuesday, and then Wednesday I got an email, and then Thursday I got an email, and then on my way over here got an email, 2 cases each day.
I thought you were going to say from Victoria's Secret. I'm sorry. I had to unsubscribe.
That.
Okay, I have a question, though. Is your school district emailing you even for contact.
Yes.
So if a child in your class, because Prosper is not doing that.
We're not getting any alerts.
They're not doing
at
even
all.
if they have it.
No.
No,
had
they're not
teacher-
doing anything.
A teacher, mom at a baseball thing yesterday, she told me that they are not letting any of the parents know if there's any cases in the classrooms. We don't get any information, and that if it doesn't even matter if it's their sibling or whoever it is, that they will be in class unless they have symptoms. That's it. So she said she has siblings in her class, and one of them's out with COVID, and one of them's still in the class. And so we're all. I mean, it's just
Wow. Yeah.
It's a complete mess. It's crazy right now.
Well, we're talking about the movie Matilda. This is a great movie. I don't really.
all right. Credits.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Fucking is.
I don't really. I think we watched this a couple of years ago with Everett, but I don't think. I think maybe it was one of those ones where he was watching and I was just sort of like in and out of the room because I remembered certain things about it, but I definitely did not remember the most. But it was great. It's cool to see Danny DeVito and his wife, interacting at all times. And it's super funny too to see her playing a character that's so opposite of her on Cheers.
Yeah.
Because that character was so strong and just like set and
uptight
and all of it.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, for those, I realize that Cheers is showing the age of some of the cast members of this show, but it is
on Netflix. Go watch it.
It's one of the greatest comedy shows of all time. And
if you want
I've
to get
seen
away
Cheers
from
all the way through as many times as I've seen The Office all the way through.
Really,
what
Yes.
about Friends though?
Yeah, for sure.
is it just a way to get away from all your troubles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that sure would help a lot.
Actually, speaking of which, last night me and Gary went to our bar, and which is Chili's.
Wow.
And
got some fajitas and
no,
top
Had
shelf
some
margaritas.
and fan of the show, David Dooley was there. We had a happy hour, and it's crazy walking into a place you haven't been to in a long time, like after COVID and shit. Because you go in and it was where everybody knows my name, Jared. What's good? And people are coming up. We're elbow bumping. Is that what's the thing that's not a fist bump, but you do it with your elbow?
Like when you're getting a tattoo or something?
No. Like when you touch elbows to shake hands.
Dabs. Giving them
Okay.
dabs.
we were dabbing.
No,
you
that's not a
definitely
dab.
weren't
Oh,
dabbing.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not what it is.
Dap.
Anyway, it was good to
Definitely
see
weren't
everybody.
dapping them up either.
It was
That's
good
like
to see everybody. You guys know the drill.
That was almost Hitlery. Yeah.
Oh,
You guys,
yeah,
I don't
you
feel like
can't
you're
go.
doing it
You
right.
can't go too high. You got to go out, not up.
don't go full Hitler. Now, here's the thing. You guys know the drill. We're driven by Patreon. We absolutely love our Patreon supporters. Our Patreon supporters are the reason this show exists. You listeners, you can also be the reason this show exists by just subscribing to the show, leaving us a great review. But, maybe take the time to become a Patreon subscriber. Patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. And for as little as $1 a month, you can be a part of the winning team. This is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production. All of our producers are at the $20 level and up, and they do include, and actually this is them, Ad Craner, Amy, Frosty Strongbottom Pitzinger, Andy Smith, Angwee.
Why are you frosted?
Angwee, sorry. Brian Mason. I don't know why she's Frosty Bottom. What is that?
Why am I frosty?
No idea.
That's Sean.
Is that like? Am I cold?
I just read whatever's on the teleprompter.
I will read.
I am going to read.
And fuck you, San
Amy
Diego.
Frosty Strongbottom Pitzinger. And Angwee. Brian Mason, Brian Sullivan, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris the $12 Million Man, Cranfill, Chris Jacobs, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, who will be with us later on 5 questions, David Dooley, David Kendrick, David the Original Murray, Dennis Hopp, Diddy Chambers, Diane Small, Dom Surfing Bird, Petretta, Ernie, Soulman McCracken, Gage Strickland, Gregory Cordone. Why haven't I given Gage Strickland a nickname yet? I need to do that. I'll do that next week when Sean's here so we can write it down.
All right.
Greg the Hammer Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast. James Ridinger, Jared Spear, Dr. Jason Aylesworth, and his sidekick, Kidney Pete.
Howdy ho!
Jason Palladino, Jeff Millman, Jeff Yeager, fucking Joe Barlow, Rat Pack Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Joseph Richards, Josh Hanlon, Josh Millman, Kate Etro, Katie Gardner, Kim Murphy, Kirsty Fisher. Lily Holohan, Lindsay Sponsor, Lisa Winsel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, Michael McClary, Michael Price, Mike Breton, Mike Leblanovitz, Nick Brignoni, Ronan James, Ray Elliott, Rich Osborne, Robert, Dirty Muffins O'Doyen, Ryan Clydesdale, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tom, Franchisee, and Murray.
Nope.
Oh.
Take it again.
Oh, sorry. I got it. Sorry, I was skimming. These are not my favorite glasses to do the show with, by the way. Tom, Frankincense, and Murray.
There you go.
Nice.
Trey Wren, Vinny Cataldo. We missed you on 5 questions today, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. We will miss you on 5 questions later on, Vinny. Wendy Maddow, Woody Chambers, Svi Hurst, everybody. Don't forget, everybody at the $35 level and up can submit a movie review anytime they want, and we will play it on the show. We don't have any of those, but what we do have is some stats and some figures about this movie. Matilda, made in 1996. My wife was 6 years old. I was in my second year of college. No, I had been out of college for 2 years. Bowling for Soup already had 2 albums.
We didn't meet until the next year.
It's a family comedy, an hour and 42 minutes, 6.9 on IMDb. And here's something that would make you normally think that that's going to be sort of like a 70s, 80s Rotten Tomatoes.
Don't tell me.
No, this is crazy. 90%.
Good.
Yeah.
90%.
Oh, wow.
Right, yeah, 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
So this movie plus Joe Dirt equals 100,
Yeah.
So sad.
You're right.
which is awful.
Yeah, you're right. Budget on this movie, $36 million. Box office, $33 million. The movie was not a success. However, I feel like this is one of those movies that probably caught on, in the VHS and the
For sure.
and everybody renting it and it catching on sort of like a cult classic because Casey talking about it, Bobby, when I talked to him today, like, oh man, we were so excited to talk about it. Ted and Sarah, who are, I think, watching from home, Ted from Don't Panic and his lovely fiance, Sarah.
Spoiler alert, Daniel Cotton, who knew everything
Daniel
there was
Cotton,
to know.
yeah, knows, yeah, exactly, yeah. He may or may not do really, really well on 5
We'll see.
questions. But anyway, it seems like it's kind of one of those things where, it probably made its movie later on. Plus, there's also overseas.
In 1996, I was a senior in high school. I don't remember this movie from that time period at all. I probably didn't watch this for the first time until Zoe was
Oh, wow.
probably 3 or 4,
Right.
which would have been 2011, 2012. So, and it instantly became one of my favorite kids movies.
Sure.
But I went 20 years without knowing it existed.
It's interesting to classify this as a kid's movie because it really is. It's pretty dark.
Yeah, but kids' movies back then were like.
Well, true,
Mhm.
and
They
that's
could
just,
be.
There's always some sort of thing, right? It's like, and even today in Disney shows, Nickelodeon shows, and movies or whatever, like there's always a dead parent, and or their brothers having to raise them because their parents
Yeah,
died
the Fairly
at
Dead
sea and
Parents.
shit.
Yeah.
Fairly Dead Parents. That's right. That's a great one. That is a great one. But yeah, this is one that it definitely, again, because it came out I didn't see, and those of you who listen to the show, you pretty much know from about 94 to about 2010, I didn't see any movies.
Yeah, too busy rocking and rolling.
I was rocking out is what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you know what? I wouldn't probably seen this anyway because there was probably some kind of, movie with Elizabeth Hurley's boobies or something that I wanted to see.
Notting Hill.
Ooh, did she
Oh, that's
show
in the
him?
outtakes of this movie.
Did she show those things in Notting Hill?
Is she even in Notting Hill?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
No, but she was engaged to Hugh Grant.
Was she
That's
really?
where I put that connection together. And he
Were they really?
went and got a
he banged a transsexual named
A
Violet
hooker.
or some shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. 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 People are into wacky shit.
You're
Yeah.
not one of those like prostitutes that says they're a woman but are really a guy, are you?
Yeah, like-
it's like, yeah, I am.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, get in. All right. So, well, you know what? So you had obviously seen this,
Yes.
Eric. So let's just hear what this movie is actually about.
Over to
Eric.
for his synopsis.
This film adaptation of a Roald Dahl work tells the story of Matilda Wormwood, a gifted girl forced to put up with the crude, distant father and mother.
Yeah, not too
Before
bad.
it's too late.
God damn it. You're right. Not too bad. I mean, you know, it does. I think that it seems like it should have pointed out that like she's gifted, you know, or
Well, it did, a gifted girl forced to put up with a crude,
I am
distant
so
father and
sorry.
mother. But
I totally missed that.
it should, I think you could take out the Roald Dahl part because, I mean, we don't really care about that, but point out that it's a fairy tale, fantasy kind of
Sure.
thing. I think that would be the only thing I would change about it because no one really gives a shit that it was Roald Dahl.
Who is Roald Dahl?
Roald Dahl is the writer. Roald Dahl.
Roald?
He's also known as the British Dr. Seuss.
He's also incredibly racist.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, big time.
Weren't all those old writers really super racist and shit? You know,
All
like-
of them? Like
I mean,
the people who wrote
yeah.
the Bible?
Let's just say yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
probably.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yep. I'm going to vote yes.
most of the people that interpret the Bible are racist.
Roald Dahl is goddamn right.
That's true.
Let's-
That's it. That's what I was
Let's
getting
just end it there.
Harry and Zinnia Wormwood lived in a very nice neighborhood, in a very nice house, but they were not really very nice people.
Get out of the street, you little dodos!
The Wormwoods were so wrapped up in their own silly lives that they barely noticed they had a daughter. Had they paid any attention to her at all, they'd have realized she was a rather extraordinary child.
Oh my gosh, Matilda, now look what you did.
They named her Matilda.
Yeah, I mean, at least they gave her a good name, you know? I mean, am I not on there?
And some peas.
At least they gave her a good name, you know?
You think
Or
Matilda's a
spinach.
good name? It's a
I
very-
think Matilda is a really cute name.
I've had since we started this whole conversation about it, we used to sing Waltzing Matilda, you'll go a waltzing Matilda with me in school.
That's maybe the national song of Australia.
That sounds like you grew up on Little House on the Prairie.
I
Yep.
don't think that any of that is true.
I'm pretty sure Waltzing Matilda is the continental song of Australia. I'm going to prove it to you.
Did y'all
Just a-
lose all
Hey,
the
to all of our Australians in the chat room right
Did y'all lose
Yeah.
all of the chat stuff when I went out, or y'all still all have
I
it?
haven't seen more
I haven't seen anything new.
stuff.
I think I fucked it up.
Oh, no.
Ruh-roh.
I mean, it says we're still live.
Oh,
Okay, that was me.
no, that's you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, all right. God damn it.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, they're here.
We have,
Okay,
we
they're
have
here.
yeses. They just don't want to talk
Yeah.
about anything right now.
I understand. No, that's fine. I just, while we were doing that, I forgot how to do the movie thing, and I actually left for a while.
Maybe they were taking shelter because of the false tornado warning that happened while you were peeing
We had that.
Did that really happen?
from the 80s.
Oh.
Yeah. It was just some random tornado warning for Ohio.
They have this kid, and they're walking out of the hospital, and he just goes, "That was a waste of time," and she just goes, "And painful." They just throw the car seat in the back seat.
I'm
of
not
the
gonna
car.
pay it.
Yeah, it just, I don't know, man. I thought this was all really fucking dark, man. Just like it made me a little uncomfortable. It made me a little anxious.
Yeah, but I think it's good for like young children, like kids that were my age to know your parents caring about you is optional.
That's
Yeah.
And
Jesus Christ.
you might get thrown the fuck out of a window. So listen up.
Right, by a teacher.
Yeah.
So don't fucking trust anybody ever. That's
He
the
just
thing.
sees her in the window
That's
and just, ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, I love this line where he just goes, so he narrates this, he's the director and he stars as the dad. And so the narrator says, by the time she was 2, she learned what most people learn in their 30s, how to take care of themselves. and my thing is, I've always said this, I don't think, and with exception of my wife, because one time I said this in front of her and it didn't go over well, but I do mean it, except for her. You don't know shit until you're 26. Like, you fucking, honestly, I swear to God, like, and then it's like everything just starts to make sense and you're not as irrational about things. And then, but here's the thing, mentally you get there and then your metabolism goes, fuck you. And then shit starts to hurt, and then it's just all downhill from there. So kids, enjoy your first 26 years.
Well, it's like these 2 lines on a line graph that converge at 26 and then just start going opposite directions.
Yeah.
And so everything you're learning is on the upslope and everything you have the energy for is on the downslope, and they meet right in the middle. There's this perfect part of your life where you know more, but you've still got all this energy.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like independent now. You're not so dependent on your parents.
There's these responsibilities,
shit.
Yeah.
And it's this magical 1 or 2 years before it's like, I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
And know more, but the more you know, it kind of pisses you off.
You have to start paying your own insurance.
And and you're off your parents' cell phone plan, and all these
all
things
of
are
it.
happening while all of your give a shit just slowly seeps out of your body and just is no more. And I hate it.
So good.
That's really deep. What do we call that moment in your life? There's got to be a word for it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah.
The
oh, shit.
fuck year.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck year.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah. But
It's French. Actually, that's a thing. Oh, fuck year.
It can be your oh fuck
Oh,
year,
fuck year.
but you don't know it's your oh fuck year until 10 years.
Until 10 years later.
100%.
And you go,
Totally agree.
you look back and go, oh,
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
If only
was
I
it.
had.
26 is sort of like that area. And again, I realize just throwing a number at it, everybody's different, but it's just sort of that time in your life where you just go, oh, okay, that thing. Oh, this, and shit from your childhood and your young adulthood or whatever starts making sense. And things that people said to you and shit that you were like, I'm never going to say that. My fucking parents say that. I'm never going to say it. And you're just like, oh, wait, they fucking said that for a reason. I'm going to goddamn say that,
Processing your traumas, realizing that
Nobody
maybe.
needs to do that.
Well,
You do eventually. But
and I'm not
Push
saying
it
that
deep,
I'm.
deep
I-
down.
Yeah, you shove that shit
and drink
down.
on it.
I fucking compartmentalized all that shit till my 40s.
Yeah, my therapist said
Speaking of which,
just every time you feel like you're going to explode, just keep pushing it down further and further. And the odds are you're never, ever going to explode in a fit of murderous rage. And so I thought that was really good advice.
Yeah. Agreed. So, Lucy says, I hated 26, 30s are way better. And I agree. I think, and what's crazy is too, is like 30s were fucking really, really hard because, failed marriage and kids and fucking, life. And then you get in your 40s or whatever. And plus, and trying to make it, like trying to be in a band. And yeah, it was fucking rough, but it's still, you look back on there and there's shiny times. But let's get back to the movie here. I love this stance that he takes about books. Nothing you can get from a book that you can't learn from a TV faster.
That's right.
And, it's like, he's
not wrong.
He's not wrong. No, he's not. I mean,
back then you couldn't just choose your content and be like, I want to learn about this.
That's
I'll
right.
turn on the TV. And it's like, nope, it's just Ren and Stimpy and butts.
Here's the thing.
Beavis and Butthead, and
There was a lot of butts. You remember how all like cow and chicken or any of that stuff, Amy? Like those Cartoon Network shows and everything always had like a big shiny butt on
Cat
it. Like,
Dog or Dog.
Yeah.
I didn't have
Man
cable. It was all Reading Rainbows for me.
I So I've never
take a
been
look.
a big reader. It's not something. I mean, I will read from time to time.
The back of a shampoo bottle, you're pooping, and your phone's in the other room.
Yeah. Have I told you guys this story that my grandmother, while I pooped back in the day, would read me the back of a bottle of Downy? And she actually kept a bottle of Downy in the bathroom at her house so that while I was pooping, she would come sit on the edge of the bathtub and read me the bottle of Downy.
And that is so it keeps.
So tell me the ingredients.
Well, the thing is that what I remember, this is the thing I think that drives parents so crazy about grandparents. I'd be like, I wonder why my mom doesn't do that. Like, I mean, we don't.
What a lazy bitch.
We don't use Downy, but we use Gain. She could fucking.
Yeah, we don't have to use.
Yeah,
fabric
you're like, I don't even know
softener.
what's in that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's actually. I think we used all temperature. Remember Cheer?
Oh, Cheer, yes.
All temperature. That's what that was the advertisement for.
Oh, I thought you just had this weird.
No, wait. You have to.
Affectation.
We separate the whites. You can't wash whites and darks together. Well, we have all temperature.
Well, I've been separating.
That's
the
really old
recycling
school thinking, Jarrett.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Lights and darks.
Before we were married, did your colors and whites get separated?
I did my own laundry.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I will tell you this:
So
Kelsey
it's
does
just
not
black
like.
anyway.
Kelsey does not like the way I do laundry at the house because a load gets run for towels and socks and underwear and jeans and hot. Darks go together. Lights go together. Delicates go together. Sheets and pillowcases go together. And Kelsey's like, can you just please put all my shit in the washer, wash it on cold, and be done with this?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
No, I can't do that. No. I'm not washing underwear in cold ever.
Okay, let's just trade houses. You do the laundry here. I'll go do the laundry at your house. It'll be great.
Okay, fair. I'll
Yeah.
bring my shit over here.
I won't tell you what I do so you don't get uncomfortable.
No, I'm going to bring my stuff over here because
No,
I
that
like the
defeats
way
the
I do.
purpose.
No, I like the way I do
I'm
my
saying
laundry.
I'm going to go and just shove all your stuff into the washing machine at one time, and you'll never even know.
And the kids, God bless them, they come over. I get all the clothes out and I set it on the kitchen table and I have a space on the counter where I can do all the folding. And I'm just trying to do the thing. And usually I'm watching soccer or some sports on TV. And then here comes one of the kids. Can I help?
No.
No.
Well, you say yes. You can help by not fucking being here right
And
now.
I just
go
hand them
over
like
there.
a single wash rag. Like,
Yeah.
here, go fold that. Because you
For
can't
9
fold the
hours.
rest of it. Like, this
Yeah.
needs to be done a specific way.
So this new
Did
arrangement.
your mom not let you help with the laundry at your
No,
I helped.
I've been doing laundry for myself since I was 12.
I told you guys this. My fucking dad. I had it great, and then one day I just asked my mom, like, "Hey, can we start hanging my shirts?" And he
But you
just
said we as in
no, I don't think so.
This boy wants to do laundry so bad. Let him do it.
He can do his own. He didn't have a Texas accent.
I was say he's from Pittsburgh,
He's
right?
from Pennsylvania. Yeah. So he goes, if he wants to do it, then, hey, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. It's the same thing that happened whenever I go, these mashed potatoes are great, but I really like the school mashed potatoes. You want everything from box from now on?
Hey,
you know what? That's fine. That's fine.
What's your mom's name?
Sherry.
Hey, Sherry, make a note next time you go to the store.
He's still not Texan though.
it doesn't sound anything like your dad. It's so funny.
No, and and then she'll just go,
Hey, it's Sherry.
hey, get the fucking, get the box of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that's what he wants.
Get the boy he wants.
Get the boy the potatoes.
And then he'll wink at you, and you're like, you were probably hot when you were younger. Like one of
Yeah,
those things.
he is.
Oh.
He's a flirty man.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, just, I
Hey,
mean, it's
hey.
not flirty. It's gross.
Hey, gorgeous.
Jared, one time he's like, we just have nothing in common. We're nothing alike. Like before I first met them, and we all went out to dinner, and I looked down at his dad, and his dad winked at me, and I looked over at Jarrett, and Jarrett winked at me, and I'm like, you motherfucker, look at you.
The wink doesn't
I'm
get
not-
a lot of play
I'm not-
anymore.
It
I
was
am-
the same wink.
I'm 100% not gross flirty.
You are a
Fucking
winker, though.
Ever. Yes, but I wink at boys and
know.
girls.
I wink at people and I don't realize it until after I've done it.
Yeah, I fucking wink.
Yeah.
I also
Although
wink.
I know that I've met your mom. I don't remember your dad.
I don't make my eyelashes
I don't
just get real
think you've
heavy
met my
sometimes.
dad, actually.
I don't know if I've met your dad. I don't know if I'm really part of the
Even
family
if he
yet.
would have been around, you may not have talked to him because he'll kind of like
he just keeps to himself.
find a chair and do some online slot machines or something.
That's my dad. Subtract the internet.
I honestly didn't even know your dad spoke until we fucking went to the food courts or the food trucks. Like I literally, he just walks up to baseball. Yeah. He walks up to baseball games. He just sits down and does his shit. You know, like, and he'll go like,
just not to talk.
Where's Henry? You know that. I mean, that's the.
I don't know. I feel like since I got to go to lunch with you and he did the whole like trick tooth thing to the kids, like that's a whole different size of like seeing him do grandpa instead of.
That's right. You
just your dad. Mode. Yeah, that was funny. Everett was just like,
What, did he take his thumb off? And
no, he has like is it a fake
Actually,
tooth?
yes, he will do that shit. That is his.
But does he have a fake tooth? Is that the deal? And he can like pop it out?
He did, yeah, until he got an implant.
Yeah, and then Everett said something really weird in response to it, like something like, "Oh, you could do that because you're old," and he was just like, he just laughed
because you're old.
Yeah,
that's right. Because he would think that's freaking hilarious.
He was
but
little.
I feel like I really want to invite my dad over with everybody and just get him really drunk.
Yes,
I want that too. Let's do that shit. Come on. Fucking A. Yeah. I also want to watch a movie.
I'm going to sabotage it.
I want to watch a movie with Derek Stad.
Invite him over.
Yeah.
Will you get drunk with your dad?
Wrestler's Rhapsody with Derek Stad. That's the movie to watch.
I want to watch a movie with Derek Stad so bad because first of all, I love that guy.
He's the best.
But apparently he just giggles through movies. Like
he is, yeah.
And
Derek got his giggliness, his laugh from his dad, and I think either that or Austin Powers, any of the Austin Power movies.
Yeah. Have we done Austin Powers? We've done the first one.
Let's have Parents Week, but not tell the parents that we're doing it, although you already know my parents, but I just think that'd be funny. Yeah. Just like every day we have a new parent, but we don't tell all the parents we're doing it.
I love it.
Now, here's the thing about hair, Casey. If you just put peroxide in your hair, it doesn't just automatically dye it blonde,
she mixed it.
Yeah, she put her mom's hair dye, peroxide mixture in there.
It was just peroxide.
No, she put two different things in there. She put the activator in there. She put her mom's stuff in there, pretty much.
Activator!
Activators! Mount up. That's exactly what I was saying.
It was a clear blonde night.
That's great. Yeah, okay. So I didn't catch that. Well, mom goes to bingo all the time. The boy goes to school, and dad sells cars. You guys, now she has to stay home. What's the big reason she has to stay home? She has to sign for packages. Right.
So when she likes being home.
When that first happened, I'm just like, who the fuck is getting packages back then just dropped off at your door and shit, right? Like
people that are having stolen auto parts.
Well, again, there you go. That's why it's important that she's there. You know, and I get it. You know, fucking put these kids to work, right?
Because later she was at school or somewhere at the library, and all those packages stayed out there for everyone to see all day. And that's like another old parent thing to say.
Yeah.
This movie made me and my cousin at that age, about 6 years old, walk to our local library and get library cards. And we would just take all the books home. And it seemed cute at first, but then...
that's adorable.
Until we stopped returning them.
Yeah, not good.
And like, it's not like they just had like all of our information down properly. So eventually, like, they had to pull our parents aside and be like, at like a baseball game or somewhere because it was such a small town. And we're missing a lot of books.
Yeah, the trip to the library was always an interesting thing for me. Like I think we went 3 times, and the first time I was like, I'm gonna be a magician, and so I just got 10 books on magic. Never fucking opened one.
Can you do any magic tricks?
I used to do that by like juggling once. No. My brother'd be like, "What's this, loser?" Then all of a sudden he'd be like, "Oh," and then he could just walk off juggling, and I'd be like, "How the fuck did he do that?"
Yeah,
read about it.
My brother was the same way.
Well, she was reading Moby Dick. Moby what?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So good.
Well, anyway, when a person is bad, they must be punished, and she just hears person, right?
Not kid.
Yeah, not kid.
Person.
So, and then she just becomes a prankster. But they don't really sell it like that. They're like these adults are being punished.
Yeah, because she only like retaliates. She doesn't just do it to be like mischievous.
Now, this is the girl from the Christmas movie, right? So she used to have like a very she had a lisp, right? She used to,
yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And she was also
Christmas
in
movie?
Christmas.
Also,
Yeah, let's talk about the
Miracle on
other awesome movie
whatever
that she's
street.
in,
Miss Doubtfire.
and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
But isn't she on Miracle on 34th Street with
Yep.
Elizabeth? What's her face?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's like that
The
movie
remake.
seems a little old.
Remake or
For her
whatever.
to have
Yeah,
been
it's a
in that.
great movie. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh,
It
it's
is.
great.
It's
Yeah,
so
it's,
good.
it's
Is this the
fantastic.
Hallmark version? Like there's a newer version?
It's
of it?
fucking
I mean, it's
great.
as old as this movie.
Okay.
But dude, it's older because obviously she's younger.
Yeah, but he's
it-
talking about like the original one from like
Yeah, that's
way
what I'm-
back in the day.
that was, I think, made in the 1800s. I believe it's like one of the first
Yeah.
movies.
It was
doesn't
the first talkie.
Sound right?
Yeah, it was the first movie that actually. That's the first movie
It was
that
found in hieroglyphic form.
the real Santa Claus actually appeared in that one.
Huh?
Yeah,
Saint
was
Nick.
not an actor.
Actually, credited.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was Danny DeVito was in there.
He looked
playing,
great for his age.
playing
then,
Santa Claus
in
back
this
then.
film.
And somebody saw him. They were like, you know what? About 100 years, we want you to play the Penguin. And he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll try and keep my calendar open.
We don't even know what the penguin
In
is
about
yet.
100 years, the average height is going to be much higher.
You seem like a normal person now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised he never played Napoleon. You know, that's
I've said
Yeah.
this.
Ooh,
yeah.
I've said this before,
there's
but like
still time.
my mom used to get mad at me because every Halloween she'd be like, "What are you gonna be?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. I was thinking about either being like the Joker or the Blues Brothers, or I'm gonna like make it look like half my face is falling off my face." And she'd be like, "Can't you just be like a slutty butterfly like your friends? You're an embarrassment, right? Like, you know, like they're just
Yeah,
really-
slutty nun, slutty nurse, slutty butterfly.
Yeah, but I was always like a dude or just a monster, like every single time, because it was
Oh,
hilarious.
you know she loved it because she got to borrow your cheerleading outfit.
Okay, that was weird. Yeah, my mom wore my middle school cheerleading outfit, which cheerleading was a punishment, by the way. Like when I was, I don't know, 19 years old, like put it on for Halloween.
And how old was she?
Too old to be wearing Huff Fine's middle school. Like she was dressed like a middle schooler, not even like a high schooler.
Not according to Jarrett Reddick.
What?
What?
She wasn't too old.
What does that mean?
So well, you like them.
Older chicks?
Yeah.
For sure, but she's
Right.
my age.
Yeah, exactly.
Gross.
And your mother-in-law.
But
Yeah,
I got,
and my mother. Well, and also, like, I don't like cheerleaders. You know,
Oh.
like, that's not a thing.
but I got invited to a DC,
Especially
comic
really old
book-
ones.
DC comic book character lingerie party. Really a stretch on this birthday party theme.
It's a theme.
And I was in like the best shape of my life. And my mom's like, "Oh my God, you could be Poison Ivy. We could do all these things." And I went as the Penguin.
In a tuxedo, full tuxedo.
No. She went as a penguin,
Oh,
like an
just-
actual
No.
penguin.
I went as
Oh.
the Penguin. I went as like
Interesting.
I went as the
Happy Feet.
lingerie version of the Penguin. She was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, I was
is
hoping you were
wrong
going
with
to say that
you?
your pants were around your knees and you waddled in.
Oh, that would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was awesome and just not flattering and funny and amazing.
The FBI is parked outside of the house, and it's
Not
it's so
very well hidden.
cool to see Paul Rubens in shit where he's not Pee Wee.
And in 96.
Yeah.
I mean, when did all that jerk off stuff
Later,
happen?
I mean, but
No, before this.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No
I bet
shit.
it was 90.
Wait, how did it happen before?
I bet it was 92, 93.
You think it was that? Okay, maybe.
him jerking off in a theater?
I thought that happened. Well, shit. Yeah, you might be right. I mean, I just thought he disappeared off the face of the earth after that shit for a long time.
Well, no, because he came back on the movie awards, and that was his big triumphant. Came back on.
1991.
Dinner time is family time. What is this trash you're reading?
It's not trash, Daddy. It's lovely. It's called Moby Dick by Herman Melville.
Moby what? This is filth. Trash. Here.
That's not mine. It's a library book.
Trash. I'm fed up with all this reading. You're a wormwood, you start acting like one. Sit up and look at the TV.
Users are not liable for any skin irritation. It may result from playing our game. Get real sticky and get cash for free. All right, that's enough. Let's get sticky!
Sticky with Mickey.
She did it.
There's a whole fucking show called Sticky with Mickey with the guy who could never tell the truth.
John Lovitz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
No. That's a different character. Yeah, that's the ticket. Remember, he'd be like,
yeah.
Mhm.
You know what my favorite?
20s reporter guy.
Yeah, see? Okay, right?
Champ.
That's right. Oh, you're going to come in here with a gun. The guy came in with a gun, he held the place up, and then everybody ran, see?
So my question about that, because it's obviously enough of a thing that people make fun of it. The radio station that we all listen to has 1920s reporter guy who, champ. They say Notre Dame is the bee's knees, but you guys are the cat's meow. Do you think? But did people really talk like that? Like in real life to make it to where movies people spoke that way?
So this actually came up recently, and I don't remember in what aspect of my life it was talked about. I feel like it was this show, but it might not be. Could have been a Bowling for Soup hangout. But we started talking about that dialect and
Mid-Atlantic English.
It's Frasier. It's like what Frasier talks like.
Yeah, but that's different because it's kind of this very formal thing,
right?
But it doesn't
It's
really have a
contemporary.
place. It doesn't have a place in any part of the world.
You're doing like that 1920s.
Yes,
deal.
and what I wonder is,
hey.
did people in the 1920s? Could you walk into a diner and the guy,
hey,
taking your coffee?
I was gonna get the Cuban, but now I'm
hey,
not.
what you gonna get?
It was
champ?
definitely more of an entertainment industry voice.
Right.
Okay.
Interesting.
According to what?
According to
Your
this
butthole.
article I'm
Entertainment.
reading right now.
Got him. Good one.
Gotcha.
Man, I walked right into that one. I should have known.
But it's also like that, like when you hear the old reporter guy, right? And then the U.S. comes out of the thing. And the thing with the
that's
go
20s
to the
reporter
bar.
guy.
Yeah. Well, no, they're two different things to me. I mean, they're like, what isn't it? James Cagney that used to like? Isn't he the actor? Like,
No, you're thinking of Lacey.
right. Are you back on the Victoria's Secret shit? What's going
No,
on
I'm
with
talking
you?
about Cagney and Lacey, one of the best
Eric,
TV
what's
shows
going
ever.
on with you? What's happening with you,
Nothing,
Eric?
Mom. I'm just in here.
What's going on? Are you in there combing your hair again?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen my Victoria's Secret catalog?
No, Mom, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's the one where your father got me the underwears.
My mother is not Ethel Merman or whatever you're doing right now.
Eric, did you grab
Eric?
That is not what Ethel sounded like.
Did you grab the Victoria's Secret fucking catalog?
So my mom's Italian and from New York, even though she's white trash from Oklahoma. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
As much as his dad's from Texas.
Hey, Sherry, baby, if he don't want mashed potatoes,
Hold
And
on.
I'm moving back to Pittsburgh.
Oh, man. You know what? Hey, guess what? In Pittsburgh, we don't even have mashed potatoes.
we put them in pierogies.
Pierogies. Hey, they
Yinzers.
call them pierogies. It's
Yins.
such a weird. It was funny though because my dad, he honestly, I don't think that he had an accent because he, was pretty well traveled. He lived in Hawaii and Oklahoma,
He's the reason.
Pennsylvania,
He's seen it all.
and then Texas. But he,
Yeah, wow, what a life.
it was one of those things where he would talk to some of his family from Pittsburgh, and then he would just automatically start talking like that again. So every sentence goes up. So he'd be like, "So you guys gonna go out today? Yeah, you guys gonna? Oh wait, what? You got a test to study for? Everything goes up like that. And that's what
Which
they
is kind of the way that questions go.
say. Well, that didn't go down, sir. Oh no, it went up. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm good.
What are you trying to?
Okay,
That's
stop
like how
it.
English people talk.
Yeah.
That's how English people talk.
No, they don't. Yeah, right.
It's like the
then.
question at the end.
Could we do the thought? Then, yeah, everything's then.
Yeah, that's that's one of the funniest things ever. Is my friend Katie went on a Bowling for Soup tour and she was just like, I can't stop doing it because I was like, do you have a fucking fake British accent? Like on the way home,
Oh yeah.
and she just couldn't stop doing the upward thing, like the thing where
We
it goes
did-
up at the end.
I feel like I would have a problem with that.
We did 3 weeks in Canada. I'm serious, and we all came back with Canadian accents.
With some A's.
We not that, but like just influctuate. inflection of our words and shit. We sounded Canadian.
And your shit?
Yep.
Did it smell like maple syrup?
It sounded like Timmy Hose.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons, yeah.
Yeah, Timmy Hose, is that what they call it?
They call it Timmy Hose. I'm a fucking local because I was there 3 weeks. So.
Dude, I panic in other countries. I just go full fucking like the opposite direction. I'm just like, hey, y'all gonna go get some fish and chips now. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye. Like, I don't know why. I just feel self-conscious.
These aren't chips. These are French fries.
Because I know I sound fucking stupid. So then I just feel like I sound extra. I don't know.
In the UK, I just adopt the lingo in most short situations. So
I'll understand like the phrasing that I need to use, but I still sound like probably a moron.
But instead of saying, "Can I have one of those, please?" I'll go, "Please, can I have this?" Right? And when you say, "You're all right," then you're all right.
Well, yeah, when you've been there 900 times like you have, it's easy to just fall back into it.
You just blend in. Honestly, when I text Daniel or Rodden or any of my English friends, I even change the way I put, and our merch guy and our agent over there, sentence structure is different, but
it's the same thing when I text all of my black friend.
Mm-hmm.
Roadhouse.
Your black friend. Yeah.
Yeah, I will literally just like walk through the streets or the venue or whatever, and I'm from fucking Texas. You just talk to strangers in the bathroom and you live your fucking life, and that's what I do. So I'm always like, "How you doing?" And people clutch their fucking bags like you're about to beat them to death and rob them. I'm like, I am an eye contact motherfucker.
That's funny though, because if you're a boy and you do that, they're like, "Fuck off."
I'm just always like, "Hi, how you doing? Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry, excuse me."
Yeah, that's why I can't go on your tour with you.
Fuck off, Yank.
Yeah, because I would just end up getting my ass
kicked. If I go
oh my
over
God,
to
I
the
love
UK
that
and I call,
shirt. They're like, "Fucking what?"
Amy, if you go over to the UK and you what?
And you call people a wanker.
Yeah.
A wanker.
Yeah.
That's really bad, right?
No. That's basically
like I get punched in the face.
No. That's basically like calling somebody a dumbass.
Yeah, you fucking dumbass.
No, but I will say this. I was and am. If you haven't listened to John Mayer's new album, Sob Rock, I highly recommend it. But back in the day, when John Mayer first came out, I was the biggest John Mayer fucking simp ever that could ever exist.
I see that for you, through and through.
And so I was listening to this interview he was doing on British radio, and they were talking to him. He was about to play guitar, like live in the studio. Jerry, you know what that's like.
Yes, I do.
And he says... And the interviewer says something like, "Yeah, you got your background in the blues. You're a big Stevie Ray Vaughan fan." And John Mayer goes, "Yeah, well, I'm a total wanker compared to Stevie Ray Vaughan," which we all know in the United States. If you're a guitar player, like I just wank on the guitar. Like I'm not very good at guitar. I'm just wanking around.
Yeah.
And they just shut the interview down, went to commercial break, and then come back and go, "We're very sorry to all of our listeners who have had the unfortunate circumstance to have heard that word over the air on Her Lady's Royal radio station."
But they would have done the same thing if he had said dumbass. Like,
but they made it seem like he was saying like fucker. Like I'm just a guitar fucker.
Yeah, I like America because like they'll be like, they'll be like, "Oh, that's going to cost you $150,000." And Mark Cuban's like, "Fuck yeah."
Yeah.
Like,
And I'll donate some more to charity while I'm at it.
Yeah, and then Janet Jackson's like, "I'll show my other nipple for another $150."
Yeah. I wish she would have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, talk to Justin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can get you a ticket if you need to get close to him.
Yes, he can, and we got super
Remember, we were
Stop offering those to other people.
We were supposed to go to the Ryan Cabrera show. We forgot all about.
We didn't
even
forget.
go.
We had a podcast that we couldn't cancel.
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
That was last Friday. So... and it ended up getting canceled anyway because Casey was sick on her birthday.
Okay.
That was the best.
Man, it all happened.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan, if you're listening, we meant to come out.
It was a thing that where
he is not listening.
Yeah, he's probably not.
Y'all are hair buddies.
We're friends, but I actually said
he does have.
I've known him longer than you have.
I text Ryan. No. I've known that kid for 25 years.
When he was in Rubik's Groove.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
We used to do.
Did I.
We
played the same.
I used to watch that reality show where he dated Ashley Simpson.
Ashley Simpson, yeah.
Yeah, he was kidding Rubik's Groove and fucking great hair already and talented fucker, man. That guy.
He did have pretty awesome hair.
He still does. His hair's fucking
He still does.
dope.
And now it's pink.
Yeah, you know how
Does
like
they match?
whenever well, you may not know this, but whenever girls are like casually dating dudes, you don't really like name them to your friends. You just give them all nicknames, like the one that does this or the
Chain wallet guy.
chain wallet guy,
Yeah.
fucking whatever.
Dr. Huge Dick.
Yeah, I used to kiss a bartender on the mouth, and they just referred to him as Ryan Cabrera hair.
Oh,
That was it.
Oh,
because it was
It didn't work out.
all the directions. Yeah, well,
Well, they were talking about his
at
pubes.
least you settled.
well, yeah, Eric. It wasn't One Direction. Jesus Christ.
Oh, you mean Harry
Roadhouse.
Potter.
Styles?
He was a child. Okay, that would have been completely inappropriate.
All right. So principal buys a car from the dad.
She's terrifying. I would just say
Yeah.
she is such a great for a children's movie,
Mm-hmm.
like the right amount, because not like terrifyingly evil,
Yeah.
but just terrifyingly in a position of power
Yeah.
over children.
I
And,
agree.
Like,
I think
With
she's
parents that they won't believe you. That's the thing. Like
I think
that's the
she's
first
put
thing
in-
they say.
She's also put in a bunch of situations as far as an actor is concerned where it would be very easy to get caught up in it and overdo it and or underdo it. And I'm serious about this. I'm so glad you said that because she fucking nails it. I
she's
mean,
consistent as
that
can
she
She
be.
got-
just makes you feel gross.
that
Like,
goddamn scene later where she's in the classroom towards the end or whatever. She is so perfect. She's so perfect in the but here when she's buying the car and she just goes, all children are mistakes. That's why I'm glad I never was one. And you're just like, oh my God, this fucking girl is so. But you're right. I mean, again, that's where I was leading to earlier when I said it's so funny that like this role. It's not funny. It's interesting to me. This role comes across this lady's agent's desk, and he goes, "Hey, they're looking for a lady who's fat, calls herself fat,
and
hideous, terrifying. You've got to be super scary looking and be a total fucking asshole or whatever." And
it's
they're
like exactly what I look like whenever I leave the gym.
there are people that are like, well, you know what? I think I fit that description.
Weight belt around
Yeah,
a gray
I just think
sweatshirt.
that
And you know what?
go ahead.
Well, I'm pretty sure I read that she stayed away from all the children while they were on set. So
So that she would be scary.
Yes, she just completely stayed away. And so when she was in front of the children, she was terrifying. to
Yeah.
them.
That's good. And I think that they really just nail like he says, it's a dark movie. I mean, the 90s were different than nowadays. Our kids are all a bunch of wimps and that just is what it is.
100%.
But they made her as evil as they possibly could for the age range that this movie was made. I think they actually could make her a little bit more evil than is comfortable for little kids. But the idea that she's a principal at a school and like, but they still get to go home to their families for a little bit and like they probably have summer vacations. Like she's not there. They don't live in a home with her, like this horrible, awful thing. But she's just, they got to make her that much more evil just because it was a school setting, I feel like, instead of
It reminded
a
me
home
of
setting.
Watching Annie as a kid and Miss Hannigan, and just yes, they're bad. They're obviously the antagonists for a reason, but it's not like they're murdering people and burying them in their yard, or they're not. You know,
she did some
again,
murdering though, I think, in this one.
Well, she murdered Magnus, but also she threw Julius out the fucking window.
And she
for
broke Miss Honey's
two
arm when she
M&Ms.
was a little kid.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Well, and then
Garbage.
she fucking hammer through the pigtail girl.
Yeah, she does
Which
that.
I fucking laughed out loud.
Yeah, it was
I thought
pretty-
that was hilarious. Every time she chunked a kid, hilarious.
And just the landings are always so funny, and she just swoops up all the flowers. But I just
Well, that was
scene
Matilda
is-
doing that, right?
No. The little girl, she just
No,
she
not
just
yet.
nails it because they're like, I don't think she's gonna clear the fence, and they show like the pointy fence. I think you were taking notes. I kept trying to I didn't know how to
Yeah. Well, I wrote that. I was
Yeah.
like, I thought.
No, Matilda didn't do it. She just stuck the landing, so
Got it.
everybody was excited for her.
Okay.
But yeah, that scene when I was a little kid, just like, my mommy says they're sweet. Your mommy is a twit. Like, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh shit, called her a twit.
Twit is an overused word in this movie. And I is that from twat, which is from twat? Because that when you call in England, if you call somebody a twat, that's a fucking twat.
Well, yeah,
which is
that's
the
just
same
a-
as cunt.
But it's
which
not as bad.
You can say over there, you can say cunt. You can't. I said it on a podcast the other day.
The Lounge Kittens told me that twat is not as like that big of a deal over there.
No, twat isn't
Like
a big
you'd probably
deal.
get in trouble if you said it at school, but like out in the world, nobody would like look twice.
Right. Yeah. Well, then we meet Miss Honey, and she is a honey.
She's not so thick.
What? Oh, okay. I see.
She's not so thick.
I got it.
You know, they talk about thighs like honey.
What?
Like
Amy,
rappers.
not all of us have your butt, okay? Not everyone just talks about our bodies like they're.
I'm just trying to integrate
honey.
into society, Casey.
I get it. Now, so anyway, she has to fucking, you know, she goes to the principal. It's like she's super bright. You know, she should be in an older class. And then the principal's like, oh, you can't handle the little viper. Fucking, you just want to. So I'll just throw her in the chokey. So the chokey is not what you think it is.
Right, because it sounds sexy when
It
you
does.
first hear
Yeah.
about it.
It sounds like
It's like,
it sounds like chokey is pre-pokey.
yeah, come on, daddy. Choke me.
No.
Wait, what?
What?
No,
Chokey
this
the
is an
chicken.
elementary school.
Oh,
Chokey.
headmistress, choke me. Now spit in my mouth.
It's funny
Okay, the
that
spitting
she
in
has
the mouth has to stop.
she has that whip.
We do have to stop
I refuse to accept the fact that like my son is going to grow up and
in a world where
in
no
a
one
world
spits.
where people just they're all spitting in each other's mouth.
No, we have to grow up. No,
Ew.
no, it's the opposite. The
No,
sad
it's-
part is that we have a whole generation of kids now because of COVID who are never going to know what it's like to get drunk, go home, and just dirty ass fucking spit in somebody's fucking
No, that
mouth.
makes, I just
while
hope
you,
it's all very sterile.
Okay.
I hope there's gloves and
you don't think
soap.
that's sad?
I honestly don't even know what we're talking about right now. I'm going to be honest.
No, that sounds
That's
awful.
like a new. That's like a thing now. Like these fucking teenagers that are doing it are all spitting in each other's mouths
like from afar,
Why?
like going.
because they have so much internet access that like you just have to think of like what's the next thing we could do to make this interesting. I
That's
guess.
not
Like,
why I ever
That's
did it
fucking gross.
Yeah.
or asked for
I
it
mean,
to
we
be
would
done.
we would do shit like that. Like you'd all spit in the cup and dare the
No,
person.
that's
to
not
drink
what
it or
I'm
whatever.
talking
That's-
about.
I
No.
get it. I know what you're
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I want you to slap me as hard as you can.
Okay, that's different.
Now,
Oh,
spit
you know
in
what
my
I did
mouth.
one night? You know what I
No
did?
spitting in
This
mouth.
is fucking stupid. This is a thing that I did.
Made somebody deaf.
No. I fucking told my wife one time I was super drunk and I was like, fucking punch me in the face.
Mhm.
Fucking just punch me. She's like, I'm not going to fucking punch. Okay, well then punch me in the arm as hard as you can. And she's like, I really don't want to do this. Like it's she fucking punched me in the arm and like,
And you cried.
no, but I've been being punched by my brother my entire life. Well, not anymore because I beat the shit out of him now. But
I'm calling him. I'm getting
yeah,
him over
fucking
here.
call him. I'll beat the fuck out of that
Fuck you,
motherfucker.
Danny.
He knows it too. Anyway, fuck that. But anyway, I did have her slap me in the face really hard one night, and I didn't like that very much either. But it's a funny story to be able to tell.
Also, none of this was sexual. This was like in a room full of people, just so you know.
Oh yeah, no, that
I'd like, to
doesn't
point,
sound
I'd like to
awesome.
point out that this wasn't like one night. I said, "Hey, punch me in the face as hard as you can." Like
You know
my
what?
dad was there when I punched him in the
I
arm.
can't even fucking pretend to be cool anymore. My wife just calls me out on everything. You know?
Were you
was that
pretending
cool?
earlier?
Yeah, I was being like,
Were
"Oh
you-
my god, we're so fucking rad."
She punched me in
We're
the
so
arm.
bad.
Punches
Sexual.
me, fucking
Yeah.
slaps me and shit.
Punches
you
me
know.
in the arm.
We're
That's,
into
that's
yeah.
what you're
like,
into.
We're some wild shit.
My
you know?
third
I don't
arm.
know.
Yeah, one time we did take tweezers and try to see like where it hurt more, where we pulled it out too. That was funny.
Pulled hairs out and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that was
wasn't
good.
Where
sexual
does
either. That
hurt?
was just weird.
Where does
Yeah,
hurt
where
the
does
most?
it hurt the worst?
Under the armpit.
Not the places you'd think it was. I think it was like your nose.
Your face.
and-
No,
Oh, the note right.
nose is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Armpits not great. I mean, we did pretty much every. Small of the back sucks a little bit. You know, but I mean, it's,
Anus.
we
did
didn't
not
do
do your
butt
butt.
hairs.
No, we didn't
No,
do
we
your
did
butt.
pubes and nose and face. But honestly, having like
Okay, pubes, nose, face. Which one's the worst?
pubes, nose,
Face was you didn't like face. I don't think.
Man, face fucking hurts, man.
That's
I'm
what I've
tell-
heard.
Man,
Yeah.
as much as I pick,
Yeah, it.
I feel like I would.
I'm telling you, man, it fucking hurts. I mean, she plucks my eyebrows all the time.
No, that's not bad.
I don't really like it. Sometimes I'm like I have a headache, and she plucks my eyebrows, and it makes my headache worse.
Well, mind you, it's not always with like tweezers. Sometimes I'll try to grab one and just yank it out,
and she doesn't get it,
and like it doesn't always come out, or like the
Yeah,
wrong
and,
one will
and
come
you
out.
just end up curling it instead.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she
Like a
goes, "Wait a minute,"
present.
or I get two.
but then she's like, "I've got it. I'm so sorry. I have to get this."
I'm helping you out
I understand that, but it's fucking.
I get
hurts.
that.
because every time I show it to you after, you're like, "Holy shit, that's a long ass eyebrow."
And now, Jared Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jared Reddick.
Thank you, guys. Wow. Thunderous applause. My goodness, that was great. Welcome, everybody, to 5 questions. Man, what a wacky... I mean, if you've been listening to the show so far, you know this is a wacky night, so I won't repeat everything that's going on tonight or why everybody is where they are and what's happening in the world, because we will have already talked about that. However, for the first time, we can't actually remember the last time that we have had a head-to-head match of 5 questions here on Jared Goes to the Movies. Tonight, we have that, guys. We've got a head-to-head. Daniel Cotton and Greg Stevens will be touching tips tonight. So, Greg, the Hammer Stevens, is here, everybody, in his car.
Greg, has your Jarrett Goes to the Movies nickname moved out into real life for you? Are you insisting that people call you the Hammer in your day-to-day world?
I'm trying. My brother's supposed to be making me a shirt. He works for one of the wrestling companies and supposed to be making me a shirt saying it. So
I love it.
Okay,
it's gonna have a Jared Goes to the Movies logo on it also.
I love this.
Nice.
This is gonna be great. Are you having drinks with us tonight, Greg? Or you having beers in your car?
I ain't got none in my car, but I've had a couple already.
Okay,
So-
well, good for you. You know what? That's smart. You know, if the police pull up on you and the keys are within your reach and you have alcohol in there, they can get you.
I heard or
Exactly.
read one time that even if you have unopened beer
Yeah.
within your reach while you're driving, so every time I go to the liquor store, I still just pop the trunk and put it in the back of the car. I don't even know if it's true or not. I just don't want...
That's what I do.
How do you get to the one that you're drinking on the way home?
Well, that one you put in a Gatorade bottle.
Also joining us is my very, very good friend. I can't wait to see you soon. Daniel Cotton is. Now, Daniel is one of our original supporters, been a producer, I think, since the very beginning of the show. They also support the show with a Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast. And he has been on 5 questions since we redid the system, which is, some people have been on like 30 times. Daniel, this is his second time.
But when I get that participation trophy, it's gonna fucking feel worth it.
Yeah, you're right. That's just it too. Like
10 years in the making.
I think back in the day, a lot more people from the UK stayed up for this because we do the show late because the idea was to do it after bedtime originally. We could probably move it up a little bit if we needed to, but it just works out good this way, you know?
Perfect time for me. But Daniel, we have a secret for you. You're never getting a plaque. Nobody's getting a plaque.
That's not true. We've given plaques out.
Well, yeah, you have to come to this house to get it.
Yeah, once
though.
you come
Yeah,
here, we
that's-
hand them to you. You know, but
Right.
and he's been here.
Okay.
Boy, one time me and Daniel did a podcast, and we were shit faced in this room right here, and then went out.
That doesn't sound like you guys.
Yeah, it was a good time. Well, welcome, you guys. We're obviously talking about the movie Matilda. I do not, as always, I have no questions prepared for you guys. I will think of these off the top of my head. Sean is not here tonight, so tonight you guys will be dealing with Amy's super hard question. And please remember that it is anybody's game until the very end. There will be no tiebreaker tonight, actually. There will be no tiebreaker. Well, actually, no, not true. If they go into the last question, we would normally have, and they were tied, we would have to flip a coin to get there. So we do need to go ahead and get your tiebreaker answers. Throwing over to Eric, just in case we need it, give us the tiebreaker thing.
All right. She likes Godsmack, but I like Agent Orange. How many streams does Agent Orange's most streamed song, Jared, do you know what that song would be?
I don't, man.
Bloodstains have on Spotify as of noon Central Daylight Time today.
I thought their biggest song was Shit Stains, I'm going to be honest. All right. How many, as of noon today, Bloodstains by Agent Orange. Everybody's going to take a guess, write down your answer, you two. And this, of course, means nothing unless there's a tie. If there is a tie to go into that final question, the winner of this will get the first stab at that. So what say you, Greg the Hammer Stevens? How many Spotify plays?
I said 1 million.
1 million. A nice round number. Daniel Cotton, what did you say?
800,000.
800,000. Another round number. And I actually think that these are both very good guesses.
They're not as bad as Tuesday night.
Yeah, Tuesday night was a fucking
4 million, 7 million. The correct answer is 348 million.
So ridiculous.
Winds of change.
I swear to God, I just thought whoever went last was just going to go 200
million.
Yeah, the biggest number I can fucking think of, whatever. Jesus. All right. We'll set that aside for now, guys. That your answers have been entered. Let us now time for question number 1, did you guys both watch the movie?
Kind of.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. Well, good luck. Here we go, guys.
I watched most of it.
Yeah, okay. All right. I trust you. All right, guys. In the movie Matilda, what is the first name of the character who has to eat the chocolate cake? All right. Now, Greg, I'm going to go to you first. It looked like you did not know it off the top of your head. What are you thinking that name might be?
I remember the scene. I watched that one for sure.
Okay.
I said Hector. I don't think it's right, though.
Okay, well, I don't either. Daniel Cotton, what did you say?
Bruce.
His name is Bruce. That's right.
Bruce.
They call him Bruce. That's right. All right, I'm going to throw you guys another softball here before they get too hard. All right, here we go.
The last question. That's my goal.
All right, here we go. Well, it's not a horrible strategy, to be honest. It's not horrible. It's not the best, but it's not horrible. All right. What's the principal's name? This isn't part of
Mrs.
it.
Trunchbull.
Mrs. Trunchbull. What is Mrs. Trunchbull's weapon of choice while chasing people from her home? All right, guys. Did you write your answers down? I'm going to go to Daniel Cotton first. Daniel, what you got?
I said shot put and chain.
All right. Greg, what did you say?
Said javelin.
All right. The answer is the hammer throw, which is a kind of a shot put and chain, but I'm sorry, I cannot give that to you. You can thank Rich for that. Close does not count in this game. I'm sorry. You both get that incorrect. Daniel with 1, Greg with 0, going into question number 3. All right, guys, here we go. Question number 3, here we go. In the movie Matilda, when the father, Danny DeVito, is teaching his kids how to rip somebody off with selling a piece of shit car, he rolls the speedometer back, he super glues the bumper. What does he do to alter the transmission? Okay, what did you say?
Sawdust.
All right, and Daniel?
Sawdust in the engine.
That's right, guys, sawdust. Put it in there. 2-1. Question number 4, guys. Here we go. In the movie Matilda, the mother thinks that the FBI agents are actually going door to door selling what? All right. Daniel Cotton, what'd you say?
Speedboats.
Greg?
Boats.
Can I give him boats?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm giving him boats.
Door-to-door,
All
door-to-door boat sales.
All right. It was speedboats, but
There's no lakes around here.
yeah, 3-2, everybody. It is 3-2, and this is your final question from me. All right, guys. What is Matilda's brother? What is the derogatory name he likes to call her while throwing carrots or shooting marshmallows at her? Greg, do you have any idea what this one is?
I'm going to say dork. I don't know.
It's very
I don't
close.
remember.
It starts with the same letter. Daniel, what did you say?
Said dip face.
Dip face. That is correct. Dip face. All right. So that's 4-2, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah, is that right? Daniel, have you gotten 4 correct? Yeah, he just missed the one. So it's 4-2. Still anybody's game. It is now time for
Eric's off on attention game.
When Matilda finally meets Miss Honey on her first day of school, what is the word of the day written on the classroom blackboard? There's also a picture that accompanies the word of the day.
Let's go. All right, guys, you guys heard the question. Daniel, what was the word?
I have no idea. I've said cat.
All right. Greg, did you take a guess?
I didn't even take a guess. I couldn't think of anything.
Shaking his head. No, you both get that wrong. What was the word, Eric?
It was butterfly.
Butterfly.
Oh.
All right. Everything was up that day. Butterfly.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
my goodness. Woo!
You went there. What
All
a
right.
shock jock.
Okay, guys, this is where we're at. Daniel is leading by a bunch. Greg the Hammer, we will not need a tiebreaker, but let's go ahead and figure out who would have won the tiebreaker question had we needed that. So, what was the song? Skid Marks?
Bloodstains.
Bloodstains. What was the number of spins?
12,511,700.
Greg would have won that. Greg would have won that and
Can I
gotten
get half point? Half point?
Nope, you would have won that and you would have gotten to answer this question. However, you're getting to answer this question anyway. All right, so it's okay. Here we go.
It's time for
Amy's
questions, the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
Okie dokie, Greg. We've got 3 categories. Go, Shawty. A book. What do you want a book for? Or, wee.
Let's go book.
Book. All right. Matilda is based on a book written by British author Roald Dahl. Name 3 other major motion pictures based on his children's book.
Me.
He's got 10.
Me.
Shit. I will go with.
No,
That's not one of them.
yeah, that's definitely not right.
Well, I can throw one out. If you say it's wrong, then I'll just say I'm done.
Okay.
The Imaginarium of Dr. something?
Parnassus?
Yeah, that one.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well,
No.
no.
Then I'm
No,
done.
but that was a
I got nothing.
good try. Good try. Good effort.
try. What were the answers, Amy?
I tried. I mean,
Charlie and the Chocolate
Eric, do
Factory.
you want to give us? Uh-huh.
James and the Giant Peach.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes.
Those are only 3 I knew.
Wow, all adapted into motion pictures as well.
Well, there's
That's
10.
right.
I've
And,
watched all those. I didn't know that was the same person.
Yep. And BFG.
Oh, wow. That was a pretty good movie, actually.
Yeah.
Big fucking
Yeah.
guy.
Big fucking
Big
giant.
fucking guy.
Yeah. Well,
Willy Wonka, The Witches. That's
I
what
am certainly sorry to tell you this, Greg. You did not win tonight. Our winner tonight, actually, and coming in hot, back from hiatus, Daniel Cotton. Congratulations, Daniel. You are now 1 win.
Good job, buddy.
You have
This is
1
the
win.
first time I have ever won in any iteration of this game show.
So that's 1 win out of 2
Well, I'm
attempts.
glad I could help.
You're percentage-wise equally as close to a winning plaque as you are to a participation plaque.
Speech.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say, if we could do movies in future that are one of the 10 VHS tapes I owned as a kid, that would be great, because that's how we did it this time.
Okay, so name them.
They were all just episodes of the Rugrats, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just do those. Snow White, we'll just do that.
Okay.
Next time is Snow White.
There we go.
Okay.
Have you watched the reboot of Rugrats yet? Or are you going to?
No, I don't have any desire to do that.
No, he's
Did you know
30.
that the girl that does the voice of Chucky is in the movie Valley Girl and she shows her boobies?
I didn't know that. I thought the person who did the voice of Chucky was the person who did the voice of Bart Simpson.
No, I do not believe that is correct.
That sounds like it could be true, though.
It could be. But no, I think...
I would get that wrong in trivia.
Maybe just the old Chucky.
Maybe. The voice of Chuck E. Cheese, though, is me.
Yes.
Hi! All right.
There it is.
Right.
Well, guys, thank you both very, very much. You guys are awesome. As always, man, we couldn't do this without your help. Go drink a beer. And, not you, Daniel. You need to get to bed. You got work in the morning. Greg, go get yourself a beer. Watch us on the live stream. And we'll see y'all next time. Y'all be good. Give it up for Daniel and Greg and our winner, Daniel Cotton, of course. See y'all later. Y'all be good.
Miss Snit, a girl does not get anywhere by acting intelligent. I mean, take a look at you and me. You chose books. I chose looks. I have a nice house, a wonderful husband, and you are slaving away teaching snot-nosed children their ABCs. You want Matilda to go to college?
College? I didn't go to college. I don't know anybody who did. Bunch of hippies and cesspool salesmen.
Don't sneer at educated people, Mr. Wormwood. If you became ill, heaven forbid, your doctor would be a college graduate.
Yeah.
Or say you were sued for selling a faulty car. The lawyer who defended you would have gone to college, too.
What car? Sued by who? Who you been talking to?
Nobody. I can see we're not going to agree.
All right, so look, I love this movie.
I know. I didn't notice it until this time.
I think the movie is great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It warms my heart every single time.
All the nostalgia.
It's not even nostalgia for this came out in 96. I didn't see it till 2012.
All right.
Man, some of this acting.
Yeah.
I never knew how bad her voice was.
So, Miss Honey.
Even Matilda's acting at some points.
It's really bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah.
She did the best. You're a liar.
No. There are some pretty bad times.
And I love the story, and I love her, and we'll talk about soon enough what she was going through as this movie was being made.
So I think
Matilda made you horny?
I think Miss Honey.
No,
we can't talk about that.
Matilda's mother died while she was filming this. Mara Wilson's mother passed away while she was filming this
fucking
movie.
What?
Had cancer.
No way.
Yes. And she finished the movie. And so I can understand that she was going through a lot. I don't expect kid actors to be on the level of, our Leonardo DiCaprios and that of the world. But there are some times when you watch this and it's pretty bad.
So the Miss Honey character, I will just say this, to me, and this is the way that I watched it and the way that I saw her. And to me, the longer she's on camera, the more uncomfortable it gets. It's she is sort of how the principal is sort of this over the top and theatrical and bad person. She's
so demure.
She's storybook. It's from a story. And as Casey said, this is a fantasy. So, to me, it didn't bother me. I felt like that was part of who that character was. It was less about the acting and more okay, this is who they're trying to make this. Still.
Yeah, I feel like for children, it makes sense.
It's fine.
Yeah, because I remember thinking I want her to adopt me. But hindsight, no, she's got a lot of issues she needs to work through.
Yeah,
probably
also,
wasn't ready to be a parent.
Boring reading.
But you know
all
what?
the
You
time.
can't say no to any adult that tucks their tissue under their watch because that means that they are caring.
That's true.
Oh. What?
No, nobody else picked up on that?
No, I saw it. It
Tissue
never
under
made
the
me think
watch.
that she was any better or
Yes, it's
worse
like
of
a
person.
grandparent. All the grandparents used to put the Kleenex under their watch so it was always there. That's a sign.
My grandma put hers in the purse.
My grandma came
some
right out of the purse.
Green gum.
Holy shit! My grandmother with peppermint lifesavers, and it was
okay, Casey, what did your grandparent have?
It was the same thing. She always had the tissues, and it was not wintergreen. What was the yellow?
Juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit.
No,
Double mint.
green double mint.
Double mint. My grandmother had big red gum.
Yep. Oh fuck, cinnamon. That shit burned my tongue.
My Uncle George was always drunk I would only see him when we would go up to Oklahoma to visit my grandparents, and we would only see him at church. But he would walk into church drunk and hand me and my brother both pieces of Double Bubble, and we thought he was the coolest ever. And he was old as fuck back then, like probably in his 70s, 80s, and looked 100.
Old, yeah.
And just showed up to church on Sunday morning drunk, but always had bubble gum for us.
Communion.
Yes, showed up for communion, and that was it.
I'm here for the wine.
But no spearmint, no Big Red, fucking Double Bubble.
Double Bubble,
like,
yeah.
That ruled.
I got
we were like,
Double
we
Bubble
love
when
Uncle
my dad
George.
got
We come from a
haircut.
family where like bubbles and popping and snapping and all like any noises would not fly.
Sour apple Double Bubble was the goddamn best.
Yes, and they had the grape.
But sour apple is my favorite gum of all time.
No, if you're going grape, you have to go Bubble Tape or Big League Chew.
Big League Chew.
I like the bubble.
You know what I
tape.
hadn't had in a while? Big League Chew.
What about the zebra one? The zebra one.
Oh, zebra gum.
Zebra
it has like the
stripe.
sparkles. Stripes. That's it.
No,
Fruit stripe. Fruit stripe gum.
I got it
Fruit
first.
stripe.
Yeah. And fuck.
Got it.
And it would have the tattoo on the wrapper.
And they fuck it. Yeah, it has like the spark,
Like
like the
SoundCloud.
little sparkles in there.
Someone told me you could
Y'all gonna
eat
get that
the
later.
paper with the gum.
You can. Yeah, the paper's
Yeah,
edible.
people used to say that, but that's not. You weren't supposed to do that.
feel
No.
I for
right,
sure tried it. It's
because
not,
yes, and I would just do it because
Yeah,
they're
me
like,
too.
you know, you can just eat the gum with the paper. But I would always be like, man, this doesn't seem right. But
Yeah.
they say you
it feels
can.
weird. The paper's stuck in
No,
my teeth.
that
the
was
gums didn't-
actually called natural selection, and it just didn't work.
Right. It's sort of like the vaccine.
Still here,
It's-
suckers.
I know, that's why I said it didn't work.
Yeah. So maybe next year.
All right, so this assembly happens, and we come out of this thing, and so did you guys recognize? Not you, Casey. Did you guys recognize Bruce Bogtrotter?
Yes, from
From-
Game of Thrones.
What?
Game of Thrones?
Nope, I have no
No.
idea.
Excuse me?
Okay.
Oh.
No, Bruce Bogtrotter, the chocolate cake kid, is the kid from The Wedding Singer who's having the bar mitzvah. Yeah,
Oh,
and right,
sure.
Yes,
right when
he
I saw
is,
that
yeah.
kid, I was like, "Fuck, we know that kid. Who is that kid?" Right?
Now he's a doctor.
Wait,
Yeah.
what year was Wedding Singer?
And 98.
Oh, okay. Wow, you didn't change much.
Yeah, they did the dance, and he lets her like touch her butt.
Yeah. So there's a cake thief, and he just, and he eats the cake, and he goes, "Yeah, this is great. My mom's is better." Oh yeah. Well, you wanted the cake.
Well, the punishment fits the crime.
Because here's the thing. I'm sitting there thinking, when she's making him eat the first fistful, I'm going, that's not a fucking punishment. I could fucking eat that shit. Because
I'm into that.
I could eat some goddamn cake.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a cake eater. I'm an eater of cake. Right?
He doesn't even know what he's saying.
I mean, German chocolate.
What?
Carrot.
He doesn't even know.
Yellow with chocolate frosting.
That's my favorite. Yeah,
There it is.
That's my fave.
Anything.
Now-
This guy'll eat a cake.
So
Take me to a cake walk.
so
We need to take Jarrett to a cakewalk, and we need to walk in first motherfucking thing. Let him win one
No,
of
I
these
still want to do
bitches.
spontaneous
just
cakewalks.
carry
places.
it fucking in, right?
Have all your stuff in the car.
Yeah. You can't. It was 104 degrees. And plus we got dropped off. That was the thing. My brother was fucking pissed.
He should have been.
Yeah, you're gonna have to carry this
dumbass.
around the whole time. Right now, I'm gonna go over here to the dart game and win this Pink Floyd mirror,
And you
can
already
carry
know,
that too.
You already know they save the best cakes for the end. You know,
Yeah.
they're getting rid of all
I
the
know.
cakes
It
with
was the
fruit on it
I
at
was
the
such a
beginning.
stupid,
What a dope.
shithead kid, man. I
So
sucked.
dope.
So, you know what? They start chanting, Bruce, Bruce, and he goddamn did it, man. But everybody got 5 hours of detention where they had to copy from the dictionary. Now, here's the thing about that. I remember punishments like this, and it's like, you don't know how fast I write. Like, okay, copy from the dictionary. You got to get at least 2 pages. What are you going to fucking do? Keep me here all night?
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
It's a rather loquacious punishment.
What
if
the
you ask
fuck
me.
does that
Okay.
mean? Oh, God.
Here he goes.
Did you get that from the dictionary?
What is that? We need to name this
Is that how far
character
you
so
got?
I can
Were
make
you
a
like really bad? You had to go to the L's in the dictionary?
No, they just make you start at L. As far as I recall, I don't know. That was a rather perfunctory time of my life. So
good.
We did
Did
it. We had this character figured out. We got
he needs his own theme song.
Yeah,
man.
I need to workshop it a little more.
Okay, but no, when that character appears, he needs some sort of like Eric's
No, but it doesn't need to be Eric.
No, I know. It's like here's such and such.
Esoteric guy.
I feel like it's got to be
a pencil,
like Schoolhouse Rock character.
It's got to be something. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, Pencil Man.
That is a rather magnanimous point that you make.
All right, so they're like, why don't you get these? Okay, so she comes home and
He
she's
knows
like,
he can just make them up because we're idiots.
we've got these packages. They were just sitting out there. Where have you been? Well, I was in detention. You know, and they might be watching the house. Or no, she's like, why can't you get these at work? Well, they might be watching there.
Yeah, they're outside. They're police.
Well, they're right over there. They're police. Oh no, those are speedboat salesmen, right?
There's no
Pee-wee
lakes
Herman.
around here.
Yeah. Do they still make that peanut butter and jelly in the same jar shit?
Yes, it's disgusting. It needs to go away forever.
Do
It's a
they
crime
really?
Against
Yeah,
They do.
Jammers or
No.
Are you thinking of Uncrustables? Because those are the shit.
Uncrustables are good.
I'm going to be honest, man. This happened.
You can kill an Uncrustable.
No. So this actually happened. I had never had one of those until the Disney boat. I'd never had one of these fucking Uncrustable in my entire life, and I'm fucking starving and wherever we are, and it's like there's no chance. I mean, it's not that I avoided them. It just never came up. My kids didn't have those.
Yeah,
Actually,
you were
I
an
think
adult.
The older kids never had it. If the older kids did, I just fucking put it in their bag and that was it. I had literally never eaten one of these things. And we go somewhere, and Casey has a couple of extras of these fuckers just in case Everett needs one, right? And I fucking eat one of these Crustables.
And what happened?
It's the goddamn greatest thing that's ever happened.
And it's a sandwich that you don't have to make.
Oh my God. It's so delicious.
I don't know why you wouldn't think that. You love pre-made sandwiches. It's
I
like your
love
favorite
pre-made
thing.
sandwiches. I like peanut butter and jelly, but my favorite thing in the world is gas station turkey and
Egg
cheese
salad.
sandwich. No,
Ugh.
turkey and cheese sandwich.
Nope.
No, not egg salad. My favorite thing in the world is breakfast burritos. Second place, gas station sandwich.
Which is so funny because like my first favorite thing is like ramen noodles, and my second favorite's like a gas station hot dog, and that's why we are married.
Yeah, y'all can stop literally anywhere and find something for everybody.
We do good.
But we're going to go to some fancy tasting. All right, let's get dressed and go. You want to stop at the fucking gas station, get a hot dog and a sandwich before we go to this bullshit 3 bites of food?
Yeah, I did.
Nonsense.
Yeah. Oh no, they're serving us food on trays. Fuck that, we have to eat standing up, like one thing at a time.
Let's go to racetrack.
Let's fucking kick Quick Trip right square in the dick.
Yep.
Let's goddamn do it. Now, in the chokey is a whole thing.
I've heard of it.
Like an Iron Maiden.
Right. Now, this is where, so when Miss Trunchbull visits the class, they have to get rid of everything colorful. Don't speak, don't smile, don't laugh. She goes, don't even breathe loudly. And then the principal goes, don't even breathe at all.
Yeah. Because she's not having it. You're there to learn, not breathe.
Well, then she says, my ideal school is one with no children at all. Right? So
a college.
Roadhouse.
That's a really good point.
That's a fucking...
Unless you're at UNT and there's Tam's kids.
Oh, I had a friend who left school. He was one of our buddies and went to Tam's. Did his...
Oh, God, you know it's Tam's kid.
What's Tam's?
So it was Texas Academy of Math and Science, and you skipped your 11th and 12th grade year and your freshman and sophomore year of college, and you just did them in 2 years together. And then all of a sudden you're a college sophomore at the age of 17. And now he's a oncologist in Houston.
Wait, so... But you still have to do all of that same education. It's just like that's all they do for
a condensed form of your junior and senior year of high school in 1 year and your freshman and sophomore year of college in the next year. And then
Jesus,
off into the world you go.
And I can tell you, as a biology person at UNT, you get a shit ton of TAMS kids. And they're always in the front row comparing scabs and scars. And they're just fucking awkward.
Yeah, because they're 16.
Yes.
You said 17.
And so I'm wondering,
are they
where
16
these TAMS kids
going
go.
on 17?
No, they were 16 going on 8.
Ah, that sounds terrible.
And I really want to know where these TAMS kids wind up. Because they don't want to be doctors.
One of them became an oncologist.
Yes, Deepan Parikh ended up as an oncologist.
Yeah.
But I need to know, what's the bedside manner? Can he socialize? Can he communicate with other adults?
Yes.
Well,
adults, he always could communicate with adults.
When did he bang his first babe?
Still
Never.
waiting.
Yeah. So no kids or anything.
No. Well, I don't know. I don't know all that.
Yeah.
We haven't
What's
kept
his
in
name?
touch. Deepan Parikh. And we always
so
called him,
Parikh is...
we always called him Deepan, the heart of Texas.
I was literally going to say the stars. Deepan Parikh. So
Parikh. That's who he's deep into.
Oh yeah, I love that author. He's great. I'm deep into that too. Did you ever get deep into Parikh? Did you? No. Okay.
No, but like the guys that I hung out with in middle school, it was me and Deepan and John and Chris. The four of us, the four best friends that ever could be.
Really? You guys hung out a bunch?
Yes. And so Deepan is an oncologist.
Right.
Chris is a cancer researcher at Arizona State University. John is an attorney at a big law firm here in Dallas.
Right.
And look at you
and
on
then
this
there's
podcast.
And then there's me.
Oh, God, this is the hottest gay sex I've ever had.
Saying things like that just so people will laugh at it. You know, just a monkey that says things.
You know what's funny about life, though, is that, it really doesn't matter what you do or how much money you make and all of this shit. Like, it's funny. I was on Rockstar Dad. We had this guy, Gary Kyle, on. He's a country artist where he was 7 kids.
Ooh.
And he said so many things that were just fucking inspiring and badass. And I realize how simple this is and everybody knows it or whatever. But it's just like, there's so many people out there like those dudes, right? That all they did was learn forever and ever. And they probably missed out on a lot of their young adulthood and even, late 20s and shit with just education, starting a business and all this and, get there. And they probably make a considerable amount of money. But really all that happens when you make a lot of money is you just spend a lot of money. And so everybody has the same shit about like rent and fucking, putting kids in school and getting their clothes and all of that shit. And it's like, if you're happy, the measure of like happiness isn't what your friends that you grew up with are doing. It's whether or not you're happy.
Well, I know that I had more fun than they did in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not to say that I'm any happier than them. They may be just as happy. And if they're happy and they know it,
then they should clap their hands.
Their hands.
Yeah, that's right. No. That and in no way am I saying that you're happier. I'm saying, but it doesn't mean just because they're an oncologist and a cancer researcher and a lawyer that you're any less happy. They probably have a lot.
No, that's not the reason.
They probably have a lot more stress in their lives,
for sure,
than you do.
Yes, I could.
You work from home. You spend a lot of time with your children.
Oh, I do.
And which. Here's the thing. You're in that weird window of how even you who knows having an older daughter, still every day when you wake up and you do that and you live your life and you're like, God damn, it's frustrating and there's this and this and this. But it's later. It's 10 years later when you've had this and you go, oh man, I would not fucking trade that for anything.
No, I still 100% having a 12-year-old daughter and having a 2-year-old daughter, and I can appreciate both of them for all of the things that make them wonderful, and just that at that point in their life, you know, that when Zoe comes over or when we get to hang out, you know, that she's so independent and all the things that she is good at now, and but having a 2-year-old is,
it's
as
hard.
we all know, is hard, and it can be a pain in the ass. But my God, there is not anything better in my life than waking up in the morning, going upstairs, going into her room, and she goes, "Hi, Daddy."
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Oh,
you know,
so cute.
You wouldn't trade that for
Well,
anything.
and also,
So-
like, you have a very, very smart son who is a lot
yes,
for you.
He's
a
a-
lot.
That's what I'm over here thinking, like, yeah, okay.
But
a 2-year-old girl is hard, but like, there's nothing like a 7-year-old boy. That shit is wild.
But you have how old is Zeller, by the way?
He's 6.
So he's 6, but just with a brain that is frustrating and challenging, but also fucking mesmerizing, right?
You know, he's so engaging and smart, and
yeah, that kid, you know, to me, I wish. It's so funny because I feel like we were in a bit of a pattern before COVID where our families were spending a lot of time together. We were seeing each other a bunch, and I had a nice relationship with your son, and you know, and it was fun. And he would get excited to see me and push
Not
Casey
me.
aside. You know, like, oh, I thought
just the
Jared,
disappointed look
oh,
when
I
he'd
thought
open the
Jared
door.
was coming. No, he's behind me. Oh, okay. Well, there he is.
Well, then, lady, what are you doing here?
Yeah. But that's the thing, right? Is that I look at this last year and the time that I lost with Jack and Emma and the time that I gained with Everett, you know, and I'm just like, you know, fuck, man. You know, that was dope.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. And again, I guess where I'm getting at is, you know, you could be a fucking endocrinologist and fucking never be home, and you can make a shitload of money, and your kid could be fucking spoiled and play golf.
Well, but I think there's all of that is true, but there's also a part of they chose those careers, and they all knew early on what they wanted to do.
Right.
And I know that they take great pride in what they're doing for people, for researching. You know, maybe Chris never finds the cure for cancer, but that the work that he does gets us
it's
closer
part of
to
the
that
movement towards it.
Yes. I mean, he will die a happy man because that's always been a passion of his. And so, you know, it all combines in this weird nebulous way. But you're right. At the end of the day, we have a lot to be thankful for, regardless of whether my career is what theirs is or any of ours. Like I said, I know I had more fun in my 20s than any of them ever did.
Right.
And my life is great.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm also very proud of them. They knew in middle school what they were going to do.
Yeah.
And they by
followed
God,
through and goddamn
they
did
did
it. Yeah.
And,
yeah.
you know,
Which is
good
rad.
on them.
I actually know very few people that did that. But even like in high school, like and maybe it's just like where I came from and the town I grew up in, and it was like a lower income area. And I think that happens sometimes. Like,
sure.
I know very few people that were like, this is what I'm going to do when I grow up, and did it. I don't know very many people.
Here's the funny thing about me. In junior high, I wanted to be a rock star. Then I got in high school.
Oh.
Then I wanted to be an actor. Then I was like, fuck it. I want to be a corporate psychologist. When I started college, the dream was over. That was fucking over. And it really was just about common sense. Like, look, here's the deal. Fucking Tommy Lee was 19 when Motley Crue was huge. I'm fucking already old.
Yeah. Can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Can't do that shit. Right. And then I finished college and I'm like, you know, fuck it. I guess I'm going to just try this. So, you know, I mean, but it wasn't my dream. You know, it was a thing in childhood that I like, it was a glimmer, but really it wasn't what I thought I was going to do. You know, I really wanted to help people and counsel people and fucking do shit where like you could like big corporations and, like make sure work environments were badass and
well,
shit.
maybe not the corporate aspect of it, but you certainly have done that.
Well,
and I know that you know that.
I do know that, and I appreciate that. And I know I wake up every day and I know what the score is. I know what I add to the planet and all that. And I'm definitely not, I don't take it for granted that I'm able to do that.
Yeah.
It's something that I'm passionate about, and it's
Look,
a thing.
I think that's a good message. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I just think that's just a good message for people to know, to put things that you can't compare yourself to other people in that way. I mean, you got to think of there's all those lists that go on of celebrities. Like Morgan Freeman wasn't in Driving Miss Daisy till he was like 50 or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? And Samuel L. Jackson was like 40. And
James Earl Jones actually was a stutterer and a mute.
Yeah.
He did not speak until he was, because he had such a bad stutter. And so he actually had a professor that like started to set that shit to music and taught him how to figure it out. And he's one of the greatest voices, fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah, I got Tommy Lee Jones,
That's
47.
amazing.
Melissa
Right.
McCarthy, 41. Samuel L. Jackson, 44. I mean, it's Kathy Bates, 42. I mean, that's just talking about acting specifically, but Steve Carell, 43. Like, it's just.
What's the age that why are you saying those numbers?
These are just like whenever they got their like star roles, like when they
I
actually
see.
when they made it, like
right.
and like
Right.
it's just you think that if you're going to be in these entertainment industries or these different things, you have to do it when you're fucking 20, and it's not true.
Well, and we can talk all about the pop punk, and it's fun, and it's the my next door neighbor is a porn star, and it's the fart jokes, and it's the dressing up like Motley Crue, and it's the pop culture references. But one thing I never realized until you and I did that show together, you went through a bunch of songs that you wanted to play. Some of them I needed to brush up on. Some of them I needed to hear for the very first time. But on your list was this song Turbulence.
Yeah.
And I know after listening to it one time, like I didn't want to play it. That's an important song. I know I wanted to hear you play it. But more than that, more than just the bathroom break and a time to listen to you play a song that you wrote that's, I think, really good, I knew that there must be, however many people were there that night, there have to be 30% of those people that's their favorite song that you guys ever did, because it's not full of bullshit. It's not full of hooky, poppy, whatever. It's a really good song, and it means a lot to a lot of people. Yeah. And you can't underestimate the number of people who are having a tough day and turn that on and go, okay, I can make it. I can do this.
That song is, whenever he plays, especially like in the UK and stuff, because those crowds are just so fucking crazy. Like, I mean, front row, just tears everywhere. It's insane. But every time you go on the Bowling for Soup fan page, which is on Facebook, which is like the most active fucking Facebook page ever. If you need friends or you're bored, go there, especially if you're locked in house because of COVID. But that song is those lyrics are tattooed on so many people, sometimes correctly, sometimes not. Like it's stupid. That one's a big one.
Bunch of my handwriting too, which is crazy. It became, my whole thing during the last year and a half, just trying to find an outlet and doing shows online became this thing, and the Kazoo Crew became a thing. I started a cult on an accident.
Kate just said our 2020 anthem.
Yeah, and that became their thing. And what the thing was, here's what's funny about that song. I didn't want to play that. I wanted everything to be upbeat.
Yeah, of course.
And then what I realized was no, they need to hear that. They want to fucking be able to say, I appreciate it. In no way was I trying to get it. I don't know how we ended up here. I certainly appreciate the kind words, and that means a lot to me. And I hear that a lot about that song. And I should give credit to Linus for co-writing that with me, because that song, and actually I'll do that, at my next thing where I talk about how the song came about, because it's a funny story. But yeah, it's nice to know that, that things you do and things you say make people happy or fucking second guess being miserable, at least.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Well, thank you, man.
You bet.
That fucking means a lot to me. Thank you.
That's where Miss Trunchbull lives.
Why is there a swing?
A girl I know used to live in that house. Her life was good and happy. When she was just 2 years old, her mother died. Her father was a doctor, and he needed someone to look after things at home, so he invited the mother's stepsister to come and live with him. But the girl's aunt was a mean person who treated the girl very badly.
The Trunchbull.
Yes. And worst of all, when the girl was 5, her father died.
How did her father die?
The police decided he'd killed himself.
Why would he do such a thing?
No one knows. The end is happier. She found a small cottage. She rented it from this lovely rhubarb farmer for just $50 a month. And she covered it in honeysuckle, and she planted hundreds of wildflowers, and she moved out of her wicked aunt's house, and she finally got her freedom.
Good for her.
Do you know why I told you this?
No.
You were born into a family that doesn't always appreciate you. But one day, things are going to be very different.
Overstepping there a little bit, Miss Honey, for
Yeah.
2021.
Here's the thing.
Whoa.
Hey,
First of all, you can't invite a kid back to your house at all anymore.
maybe we'll just have some
There were so
juice
many
and-
things in this movie. I was like, yeah, that's not a thing. You can't do that.
Can't do that anymore. You ever? Yeah, did
It's
y'all?
because he killed himself.
Did y'all
You're
watch?
Like, ugh.
Did y'all watch Shameless? Nobody watched Shameless, right? Except for
did.
me and Casey.
No.
A little.
There's a whole fucking season where
Oh no.
you know, like there's a teacher, and you know, I mean, boys come round.
Well, the thing is that she had been one of those teachers that was on the news for having a relationship with a younger kid.
Right.
But she swore it was just because they were in love. And so people were like protesting that she was like they were like, oh, she's a student. She's a
So
kid
then-
fucker. is
then
literally
one
what
of
they
the
called
du-
her.
one of the-
So he decides to kind of set her up.
A kid set her up
It
or
was
whatever.
lit,
and it was
yeah.
fucking crazy, man. It was
And she
nuts.
makes him like shave himself. And it's like a whole
Yeah, it's
thing.
pretty nutty. But
It's not on because that show's fucking
Here's the
ridiculous.
thing
Shaved
but
his
it-
nuts?
here's the thing about
shave
that though,
everything.
is like I think that he gets in the situation. He was like, you know, this is actually pretty awesome.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's the thing. He keeps going back
Yeah,
after is the
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Yeah. For that one. Anyway, that's not what's happening here.
The one
at
thing
all.
that we
Nobody
missed
was
here
shaved.
was that that
Who's shaving what?
Nobody's shaving anybody.
is
I don't think.
anybody actually that
Okay.
scared of a newt? Like to
I would
where-
have
No.
wanted in my water, but
yeah, if you
Absolutely not.
yeah, I mean if it,
I mean, I
well, of
probably-
course you're not, Amy. You pick up snakes and shit.
I want one now.
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't
really-
throw
I
a
will
kid
bring you
through
one.
a window over it,
right,
but
she did make him fly.
there are so many times I'd like to throw a kid through a window.
Yes.
Not ours, like specifically, like one at the Everett's belt test the other day at karate. Totally wanted to throw this kid out of the fucking window, but not over a newt.
Ooh.
Over him being
Text
annoying
me
as
his
fuck.
name.
Well, she's already.
No, it wasn't
she's-
in the class. He was one of the little,
Oh.
just a defeated mom with the two fucking shittiest kids I've ever seen in my life.
She's also afraid
Oh.
of black cats, and she's really superstitious.
Black
so-
cats.
yeah,
Black
I mean,
cats.
I'm not.
What did I
like,
say?
Black cat.
Did I say that?
Black cats.
No, I said she's
Black
also
cat.
afraid of black cats.
Oh, is that what he said? Guys, no.
I'm not.
Black cat.
She's also afraid of
superstitious.
black cat.
I definitely did not fucking mean that.
Sean, play it back.
A little stitious.
Roll
He's
tape.
not here.
Make
Go
it
ahead.
make it a note. Make
a
it a
little
sound.
stitious, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
superstitious.
I'm
A little
I'm midway stitious.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
like
just-
yeah.
However,
That's
He
a
was
thing.
so close.
I know.
Well, so now Matilda's driving the boat. She's like, "Let's go get your treasures and shit."
I
Right?
literally was like, a boat?
It's a fucking bad idea. It's a speedboat.
It's
It's a bad idea. But
They
then
bought it from the two guys.
You're gonna get
here's the thing the one thing that is this a trope? So where they don't close the thing that they open? Is that a trope, or am I fucking again? I still don't understand what a trope
if
is.
it leads to
Oh.
like you could have easily closed it and avoided whatever the situation is,
Yeah.
for sure. But that's for anything.
Okay,
Like,
so that happens here. They open the box of chocolate. Life is like a box They open up the chocolates, and she could easily have put the fucking lid back on right, but no, she just puts it on wrong.
But it's because she came home, so they ran upstairs.
I
like
know,
idiots.
you
He
could
was in a hurry.
To me, you would fucking put the goddamn thing on right. It's exactly the same effort.
Oh man, I was such a fat kid watching this movie when I was a little kid. I was just like, I want those fucking chocolates.
Yeah?
Like I remember
Looks
thinking
so
that
good.
every time.
Man, I fucking don't.
Were you so excited about
don't
that
like-
chocolate cake?
You don't like a box of
No, not the
chocolate?
chocolate
No,
cake. I've
it's not
never
my
been like a
thing.
big cake
No.
person.
I like the
but I
caramel
wanted those
one.
chocolates in the box. I wanted them in and around my mouth.
I like almost all of them.
No, just the caramel one where it's got caramel and chocolate.
No, because they'll have that like strawberry cream in some
No,
of them.
I'm
and
out.
Those are
No.
good.
I'm out.
No,
man.
you get the ones with the guide.
What?
Otherwise, it's a chocolate roulette.
Yeah,
No,
you
but that-
buy
but that
a box
wasn't
of
always a
chocolates and
thing.
there's just a guy that
No, there
stands
wasn't-
there and he just goes, no, okay, right
I went with
here. is
coconut,
this
coconut.
one.
Man.
And he
Watch that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
which is this one? Okay,
No,
now
no, no,
to
no,
get
no.
there, we've got to go around
No,
here.
fuck the guy. You just poke your finger in it.
Now-
She said guide.
You have to slide down this ladder.
Fuck all of you on this stream. I said guide.
Yeah, this guy
Guide.
loves his chocolates.
Okay,
and he
we
knows
couldn't all have a
everything
fancy
about 'em.
fancy chocolate guy.
Guide.
At our-
Jesus.
I
No,
didn't
I'm good.
even have
Big-
cable. I couldn't afford a chocolate guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. We were fucking broke whenever I was a kid, and like we did not get like fancy.
My parents
chocolates.
wouldn't even buy me Pringles.
We had Kool-Aid.
They would never
That was
show off.
It's not in the
That was our
budget.
big-
You guys
Our
got
big
Kool-Aid?
treat.
We got fucking whatever the other one, the knockoff.
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, I don't know what brand.
Flavor Aid.
I don't know what brand it was.
We got fucking Flavor
No.
Aid is the thing.
That's like every
I
soda
got-
is a Coke and every fucking
Oh, okay, I get
powdered
that, yeah.
grape is a Kool-Aid. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I get
No,
that.
I got Tang. That was it.
I didn't start getting any Tang until high school.
Yeah.
Like late
Tang.
high school.
Yeah, it was very late high school. Hey, you shut up. Not everybody was advanced as you.
You know, I once
You
went.
shut up.
I once went 19 years without having sex, and then another 8 years after that. So, no big deal.
Way to abstain.
Well,
Jared's opening a bid.
it seems like it's getting tougher and tougher for you to open those. What's going on?
Sometimes it's like 3 turns.
Is it a muscular disorder?
Dystrophy?
No, it's not a dystrophy. I don't have a dystrophy.
A dystrophy of your muscles?
I just want to point out that like whenever you're like a girl that starts having sex earlier, people like to call you experienced. So you're like experienced, but like really you've just been like doing it to like dumb boys. Like that's not experience.
You have experience laying there while boys kind
just
of
fucking
flop
flail
around
and
and like a fish.
in record timing. Like that's not experience.
Well, this
You
gets
did it.
deep here, by the way.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Ever.
So this guy has on a Magnum. I'm sorry. His name is Magnus. And they're like, no, he didn't kill himself. They're like, no, she must have murdered him.
It's murder is afoot.
She has to have murdered him, right? And then anyway, so she doesn't put the goddamn lid on the. And I wrote down, didn't get the lid on the chocolates, you dumbass, right? And then there's this fucking the under the table thing happens where she just floats up like Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
like oh,
Laughed out loud.
yeah, I fucking yeah. There's a few times that during this movie where I full on like. Actually, like really belly laughed.
I spent the whole movie literally like, look at him, look at the TV, okay, he needs to watch this part. This is
Yeah.
coming up. And you actually did miss a couple things.
I did, yeah. Well, I mean, I
and I
took
didn't
notes the
say
whole time.
everything because he did. He took a bunch of notes, but I'd be like, her ribbon was in the tree. Did you see her ribbon was in
Yeah, I
the tree?
didn't
Like
see
I
that.
had to
I
keep
didn't.
doing that stuff.
But I would have caught that, after when she brings it to the class, but I do appreciate that one. And sometimes I'll rewind back and be like, wait a minute. So it's like when Bruce happened, I was like, I fucking know who that kid is. Wait a second, I got to pause to figure out who that kid is. But she, anyway, here's the other note I wrote. I told you that bitch crazy because man, this lady is fucking nuts
with her javelins and her hammers and her fucking shot puts.
My God, the whole thing, and
what are
also
the
like
little balls? What are those?
those were shot puts.
Okay.
And here's what I was thinking when that happened. When there's a
I bet I'd be good at that.
well, actually, that's coming up now. So
Yeah, you would.
the wait, that hasn't happened yet, right? Shot put avalanche. I wrote.
Got a lot of upper body strength.
Avalanche.
Yeah. This is later. That the fucking shot put thing is later. Let's
How do I not know what that is?
A shot put?
I mean, I get
the thing where it's a really heavy thing.
Yeah.
And they throw it like this.
I need to do that. I need to try that.
You would have
Yes,
fucking
you do.
killed.
Would
at
have.
that. You were a cheerleader.
So he came home with $2,000 cash, and he threw it up in the air, and we both just swam in it like we were on the $1 Million Sticky. Do you like that show?
I love that show.
That was the old days. Now he's got money in banks all over this planet, and does he give me a dime? Matilda, this is Bob and Bill. They're cops. They are not cops. They are ace powerboat salesmen.
Babyface, I'm starved.
Hi, Harry.
Who are you? What is this, a hot tub party? Get the hell out of here. I slave all day. I come home, you're entertaining a couple of surfer dude bodybuilders.
The cops, Dad.
You interested in timeshare?
They're cops, Dad. You know what's so sweet about all this is that she just continues to try to save them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
she does her best.
Yeah, but she does. She comes out there and she moves the box around. And she goes, I hope you guys have a search warrant because, if you don't,
it's unconstitutional.
Yeah, and you could lose your job, go to a federal penitentiary.
And then they say, we're going to send you to federal orphanage.
Right. But it's going to be a nice
Martha Stewart would go to if
help
she was
us
a
out.
child.
Mm-hmm. Help us out. Is that what they said?
No, I just said that.
If Jesus.
Is that what they said 10 years before Martha Stewart
I
ever went to
understand.
prison?
I get it. I know. I don't fucking I try my best to keep up with the whole movie. But they say we'll get you in a nice orphanage, like one where the cockroaches are really small, right? And she just looks at him and goes, well, you know what? You're about to commit another crime because your car is about to run a stop sign.
Because she made the brakes.
She magic.
She's magic.
She fucking is magic as fuck.
She's
right?
turning carrots around.
That just happens. He
back.
calls her dip face, which is fucking stupid.
It was so weird because I said this to Jarrett when we were watching it. I remember her having the powers so much earlier in the movie. I thought that happened after the library. I can't believe that we got this far into the movie before her powers really started.
Well, to be fair, she does. I mean,
but really started. I remember that specific
Yeah.
scene where she's doing the breakfast and all the stuff. Yeah. I thought that was really, really early.
Yeah, I mean, we first see the powers when the TV explodes.
Yeah, but this was a really kind of a long time before and then it was very short that she had all.
I feel like that happens a lot of times on these movies that we watch from back in the day.
I was just thinking there was a movie. It was The Jerk, where we thought he was rich, for most of the movie.
Right.
And it's only the last 30 minutes of that where he makes his money, is rich, loses all his money. And I remember us sitting here going, I thought that happened in the first 20 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
But anyway.
What a great movie, by the way.
Yeah, it's a profit deal.
He was born.
It's a
poor black child.
profit deal. Yeah. All right, so she goes over to the house. Now she's got the the magic figured out, right? She has her dad yell at her, right?
Yeah,
a bunch of times, and
now spit in my mouth.
Yeah, and he does, right? Yeah, and then Rita Perlman, right?
Rhea.
Ow,
that was you.
That was 100% you. So this trick that she plays, where
the crocodile shows up, and you have to figure out if you're
the clock
see him after a while.
The clock strikes 9, and she falls down, and the 10, and the
chalk.
But the Magnus thing is great, where the portrait just flies down, and then hers goes in the fire. Then his
so realistic.
Yeah, it's so fucking.
Yeah, they would have had to have had a strong stomach.
Fucking red.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Because she nasty.
Oh, she nasty. Now here's the deal. So she gives Mrs. Honey her doll, and she goes, I ate my chocolate.
With the China face?
That's right. Eats her chocolate. She had eaten hers the night before, but here's yours. And then the principal shows it. Now she mad.
Well, you can't have people gallivanting around.
No, not your house at all. So she's got a red ribbon.
I like that there's random ribbons in her car, and she's like, this is the person that just made a painting float down in my house. And
yeah, somebody did this.
But we're going to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, we got to figure this out. So
I'm gonna get to the bottom of that penis.
Now here's the deal with that whole thing, right? Is that wait, what? What is that sound? What is happening?
Sounds like I want you to go all the way to the bottom of my penis.
The good thing about that is there's only 15 people watching this live. When that's edited, it's going to be like it was right
Seamless.
there. Yeah.
How do we know? We don't fucking know that.
Never listened to the show once.
Seamless.
Yeah. Never.
I will say I
listened
listened to Joe Dirt today on my way to the gas station.
Our podcast?
Yes.
How was it?
Yeah, wait, how did it sound?
5 questions is the very first thing that happens in today's podcast. It
What?
comes on because he's famous, Jarrett Reddick. And then the applause starts and then 5 questions. Because we talked about that during Joe Dirt during 5 questions.
What?
And so it's the
What?
very first.
About what?
When we did Joe Dirt on Tuesday,
right?
something came up.
Oh,
about
I said
where-
we record that first.
But, you know, someone might have fast forwarded and just ended up on it or whatever. And wouldn't it be funny if we just put it wherever and then, goddamn
He just put
if
it first.
Just the very first thing that happens.
What's 5 questions?
That's brilliant.
So that's the thing we do. Hey, David, if you don't mind, we're just trying to. No, yeah, I know it is funny.
Hey, David, seriously. All right. Yeah.
I just want that to be my ringtone.
We're trying to get the show back. Eric, I'm so sorry.
Buddy, just in the middle.
I had to be honest. We had a lot
That
of
makes
beers
me
last
so
night.
happy.
I am all right. All right, he done.
Was that from last night?
Yeah, I recorded that last night in the cab
at Chili's.
Yeah, at Chili's.
At their bar.
At our bar. Yeah.
Gonna go beat Gary at our bar.
These fajitas.
These
Right, David?
fajitas. Yep, that's
Do you
right.
feel like you can feel God in that Chili's?
What?
Never mind.
I don't understand that.
It's a Dundee's reference.
All right, so Bumblebee, it was her nickname. Agatha was her real name. And so here, man, this lesson gets taught like a motherfucker, right? Like, it's like, Agatha, this is Magnum P.I.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get out of here.
I'm living here in Hawaii.
Give her, go on, get. Yeah, give me that liquid gold. Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so hungry.
I feel like you and I do feel like if Kelsey and Casey weren't in the picture, you and I could be gay cowboys together.
For
I love that for y'all.
Yeah.
I love Kelsey.
Go on there. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Go on, get.
Now, baby,
I'm
I
not
made
gonna
some.
tell Derek
You know
you
what?
guys are
Let's
talking
switch.
about this
We
right
would-
now.
Oh, no.
Me and Kelsey
Derek
would definitely
can
have
join us.
preferred laundry styles, and you guys could be gay cowboys.
And Fireball.
Okay, I don't actually need.
I don't
that's
want
just-
any part of that.
That's
shit,
actually just
man.
a toxic
You-
part of
I've
me and
already
Kelsey's
said that
relationship
I'm
because
out.
I don't participate
I'm out.
that way with everybody else.
Well, whatever it is.
Well,
So much
eraser
fun.
anarchy happens. This poor lady, I mean, you know.
She gets chalked to death.
Wait a minute. She got chalked to death.
She's going to get the mesothelioma.
Hey, Sherry, stop throwing them erasers at the principal. Would you?
Hey, baby.
Were you a victim of erasers?
No. Did y'all ever do the thing where are y'all
No.
young enough to? Okay, so y'all had whiteboards.
No.
I had them
We
in
didn't
white
have
right.
to beat the erasers.
Yeah, we
I had
used
chalkboards in
we
white
used
right.
to have to go out and fucking beat the goddamn erasers. And
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat
I
the
never had to do
shit
that, but
out of
I mean, we had to like wipe the whiteboards. I mean, the blackboards.
We didn't have
down.
whiteboards.
No, the blackboards. We had in white right. We had blackboards because
Yeah.
it was white right blackboards.
But
I don't know.
you know what's funny is that
whole
the blackboards
yin-
are
yin-yang.
green.
Yeah.
They
not
are
all of
green.
them.
Yeah. But the chalk is white.
And it's
We
not
had them in
always
the we
chalk.
had them in the portables.
Yeah.
No,
The porta potties?
the
Do you know what they
rooms.
call portables right now in Prosper, Texas?
Oh, something awesome.
Learning cabanas.
Fucking
Gee.
idiots. I hate them.
Yeah,
I realized
they
there were one of
Jesus
them, but Jesus.
Christ.
Yep.
Okay,
All
we're
right.
gonna
All
have
right,
to
we're
start.
going to go out
look
to
at-
the.
we need to look
to
at real
the
estate properties so we
Learning
can
Cabana
move
A.
the fuck away from here whenever all of our kids are like in, I don't know, old enough to take
Yeah, we're
all
gonna-
of the privileged sports shit and then go to like a smaller place where we can go get like all the scholarships.
We're nearing the end of this movie, and so she's thrown another kid out the window. Now this time, now
really gets a hold of it.
is this actually Matilda making him fly,
Oh, yeah.
or is just the picking
No.
up the flowers?
No, this one's Matilda.
No.
Yeah,
That's what I thought,
He was
too.
gonna land,
He did a loop-de-loop.
but she keeps him from being hurt, and then he just.
So then she goes up on a globe and they make her spin. Did you guys see how the size of that globe changed? You see the size of that chicken?
It's magic.
Yeah.
What?
Magic! So then everybody just starts throwing their lunch at her.
Yeah, fuck her. And what's so funny is that, first of all, Matilda takes all the lunch boxes and starts throwing them at her. But what's funny is the kids just see her in the hall with the food getting thrown, and that shows how quickly that people will
Shit
revolt.
can escalate.
Oh my God.
And also, how did they get water balloons in their lunch? And why didn't I ever get any of those?
I'll pack a water balloon in your lunch.
It's
Are
filled
you
with
serious?
I really will.
Filled with vodka.
I actually
Oh,
went
my
to,
goodness.
I think about this every time I see a food fight scene. This might be the grossest experience of my life. There was, I don't know if it was like a church thing. I don't know. Either way, all the fucking neighborhood hoodlums caught wind of it. And they had a scheduled food fight, like out in a field. And you brought your own fucking food, which could have just been, I mean, even more disastrous than it
Spaghetti.
was. And there was probably like, I mean, I would say minimum 100 kids. And they split them down like fucking, I don't know, wall of death or something cooler. And you had to start like attacking each other with all the food. And you brought your own fucking nasty ass food. And it was a giant food fight that was organized.
I would have brought pineapple.
Okay.
And I think
First of
about
all-
the smell all the time. And you know what we did afterwards? Because we were pieces of shit.
Ate it all.
No, we went into the fucking local neighborhood pool and jumped in to rinse ourselves off and got out.
Yep.
And
Okay.
What a bunch
Okay,
of
just
Eric.
spaghetti
dicks.
and
Yes.
eggs.
Mhm.
You bring one food to a food fight. What is it?
Pineapple.
Casey.
Whole.
Like a whole
pineapple.
pineapple?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, go and get.
Okay.
Jesus,
I think
that's
I'm,
rude.
wow. I think I'm going like mashed potato cannon.
Okay.
Like
Derek.
catapult.
Chocolate pudding.
Amy.
Okay. Tuna casserole.
Oh.
So here's the
right.
deal. I'm sure all of those things were brought, and that's what I smelled like. All of those things mixed together, minus the whole ass pineapple, because that's ridiculous. That's just violent.
Eric has to
Oh,
go
was
pee.
that it, Eric? Was that the line?
Did you guys ever have a...
No, Eric had to go pee.
This is where I
Oh.
put my foot down. I'm not going to have
That's
any
it.
goddamn chocolate
Oh,
pudding
fuck,
in
he
my
left.
food fight.
Yeah. He's just like, what the fuck
Did
did
you
y'all
guys
Here's
say?
ever-
the front door. He's gone.
Did you guys ever have the actual like food fight in the cafeteria
No,
scenario happen?
Never.
One time it got yelled. A couple of people, but it was this whole thing. It had gone around the school, and everybody's going to do it. But a couple of people threw some shit, and it went down really quick.
Dude, we had it
It's
happen.
going down.
It was so organic and
yelling
amazing.
tender.
It was literally some kids fucking in a fight yelling at each other, and someone fucking threw a french fry and someone threw something bad. It was like just like in the movies. It was so good. And then people were getting mad, and then someone yelled fucking food fight, and the cafeteria went crazy, and people started throwing their food, like to the point where we had to have like an assembly about it, and like that's how you know like shit went bad.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And like it was fucked up. Anyway, there was like a group of like 12 kids that got pulled aside that had to actually go and like they had the next group of lunch people have to eat outside, and they had to go and like clean the whole cafeteria, but I wasn't one of them, but I definitely participated in the food.
I am bummed out. I have never been a part of a food fight
Yeah.
ever.
I've
never even seen somebody get hit by someone else's food in my entire life.
Yeah, this I was just saying like it was literally like the old school like an argument that started with a french fry that turned into like the whole cafeteria. It was the best.
It bums me out.
Until it wasn't.
I get that.
Because food fights like quicksand, like the Bermuda Triangle, you think those are going to be a bigger part of
And it's
your
not.
overall life. And
So I saw something today that was like talking about how big like stop, drop, and roll was for us. Like we thought we were going to be on fire all the time.
Yes. And
it's like the Cold War, though, for me.
And
Like,
it doesn't even
We
matter.
were underneath our desk. We were underneath our desk fucking half the day.
with John F. Kennedy.
Like the desk is going to protect you.
Yeah, 100%.
From
That was
nuclear
the whole thing.
fallout.
Yeah, we
no,
had
no,
that
no, no. I said
tornado.
the Cold War.
We had that tornado warning.
It's the fucking 80s, the fucking Reagan and shit.
You think the Cold War started in the 80s? It started
Mr.
with the
Khrushchev said we will process you. I don't subscribe to that point of view.
It started with the Yalta Conference. I don't know if you guys knew this.
Well, Yalta fucking fuck off.
That's actually pretty good because we live in Texas.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so.
Okay, wait. So we had a tornado warning, a bad one, where Amy has a really actually pretty disturbing video, in my opinion, of this fucking swirling cloud above her house. And
what was Katie's reaction to that?
Tell her to get her redneck ass inside and stop videotaping.
You're gonna talk to me like that in my butt.
And so the sirens start going. Shit's getting real weird looking outside. Like, it's kind of like, okay, this one might actually not be funny. Like, this maybe some shit's about to go down. And Everett just goes, oh, I know what to do. And he goes into our hallway and just gets on the ground and curls up in a ball in the hallway. And I'm just like, okay, that's super super good.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be great when that door comes fucking plowing into your face.
What you're going to say until he's an orphan because you guys didn't
well, then we took
get into a ball.
Well, we went into the bathroom. We were supposed to go. And we have like the little radio. I grab a little case of water. Like we're fucking doing
Pork
this thing.
and beans.
Yeah, doing this damn thing. And anyway, the fucking radio's going and all this stuff and the sirens outside and the wind is getting kind of wacky. And then it all stops because it just like took a real hard turn and fucked up somewhere else pretty bad, I think. And he just goes, all right. And he just goes, but that was just a drill, right? You're like, yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Until it's real. It's always a drill.
It's true. Yeah. You're really weather sensitive, right? You're scared of shit like that?
No.
You're not?
No, he doesn't want to drive in it because I don't want to drive away from us.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. So, like, if you're at your house and the shit's going on, you're not like...
No, I'm a suburban...
You step outside and look first.
Yeah, I'm a suburban white dad who's out there...
Yeah, we all want to look at it before
everybody
we go
else
take
on my
cover.
street going, yeah, man, I don't know. Looks like it might be turning north. I mean,
Same thing. Oh, that's my dad.
No.
He's from Pittsburgh.
It sounds just like it.
Oh, my God. It's amazing.
Yeah, everybody's dad is out there.
I literally said the words outside. I was like, looking kind of green yellow out there. Like the second before that shit started. Like everyone in Texas knows.
Yeah, blue skies at night, sailor's delight.
You hear those sirens and you go outside.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you do.
Yeah. Or you're like, wait a minute, what day is it? Shit, it's not 2:00 on a Wednesday.
It's not Wednesday at noon.
That's a scary thing for people. So I don't know if it's everywhere like that, but here specifically, the first Wednesday of every month, they test the tornado sirens. And it doesn't matter if it's a fucking bright, sunny day, they're going to test them. But I have a client who said that her and her husband moved here from, I don't know where, Northerners,
Oh.
And
wait, hold on. Let's just assign him something.
Okay.
Rochester, New York.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. Beautiful
There.
this time of year.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And so, yeah, it's like warm in the day, but like chilly at night, like a light hoodie.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
just
it's
a
such
track
great-
jacket.
We
The
love
best.
we love fucking hot air balloons and shit. It's fucking great up here.
You know,
Amazing.
everyone thinks New York is just Manhattan,
but it's not.
I mean, there's a
no,
whole
it's
part
a whole
of it.
state. It's a whole state up here.
Whatever area they live in the DFW Metroplex, they have their sirens don't just do sirens. They also have like a voice activated.
Yes, ours has that.
So it just goes like, tornado, take shelter. Warning, take shelter. And they have no fucking idea. They just moved here. It's just screaming like, tornado, take shelter. And she's like, and me and my whole family were like in our bathroom and my husband's like flipping out. My children are screaming. And then it just stopped and we didn't know what to do. We looked at the news and we couldn't figure out what the fuck
Yeah, it's
happened.
108 degrees and sunny.
So we get on our neighborhood Facebook page and we're like, what the fuck was that? And they're like, oh, that's just Wednesdays.
Yep.
Just another Wednesday.
At some point, a tornado has to happen on the first Wednesday, and we're all going to be very confused.
So Wichita Falls, obviously, tornado alley. It would happen all the time, but every time that siren would go up, when we got the voice thing, it was like,
I think I was the only one in there born with a pussy.
and we'd
They
be like,
should change it out.
oh shit,
Yeah,
fucking take
watch out.
motherfucker.
Oh, God.
Watch out for
A
this
guy that was born with a pussy
this
is
guy
coming
with
into
a
town.
huge pussy.
I didn't know I was born with a pussy. Take shelter.
All right, now here's the deal. So Trunchbull is gone now. Mrs. Honey got her house back.
That sounds
Oh, dang,
that sounds
we're
like
far.
A country song.
Stella got her groove back
Yeah,
type of
Mrs.
movie.
Honey got that actually does sound like
Mrs.
a
Honey
porn.
got her
Honey
house
got
back.
her house back.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I love my school. It isn't fair. Miss Honey, please don't let them
Get in the car, Melinda.
Matilda.
Whatever.
I wanted to stay with Miss Honey.
Well, Miss Honey doesn't want you. Why would she want some snotty, disobedient kid?
Because she's a spectacularly wonderful child and I love her.
Spectacularly.
Adopt me, Miss Honey.
I love her.
You can adopt me.
Look, I don't have time for all these legalities.
1 second, Dad. I have the adoption papers.
What?
Hey, where'd you get those? In a book in the library. I've had them since I was big enough to Xerox.
Are you hearing this, Harry?
All you have to do is sign them.
I'll be an only child again.
Shut up! I can't think with all these sirens. What do you think, Pumpkin?
You're the only daughter I ever had, Matilda. And I never understood you, not one little bit. Who's got a pen?
So the parents are off to Guam to escape,
Yeah.
to escape the authorities.
Right.
Wonder how long it's going to take for them to realize that Guam is a U.S. territory.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just ends up right back.
That's just America.
I just
Yeah,
feel,
you know.
I just feel like you ruined Matilda for me because all I can hear is like someone going, "You're the only daughter I ever had," and her mom just died. And it's fucking awful, and it's just the most terrible experience of her entire
it
life.
is
and it's
fucking
just like-
terrible. I
And
fucking
then
hated this.
who's got a pen?
Well, the thing is, too, though, is that should I even fuck it? The thing is
He said yes.
oh fuck, no, that was
She.
Hazel.
She
yeah,
said yes.
the thing is, though, is that you're still gonna, as happy as her life is gonna be, she's still gonna be this kid whose parents didn't want her.
She didn't really seem to give a shit.
Absolutely.
She didn't want them back.
Now.
You never
But that's
see
that's what happens when she's angsty teenager. See, here's the thing.
But the thing is that
all of it's goddamn roses right now.
But she's been as logical as a fucking adult since she was a little kid.
She's gonna turn. Yeah,
You
that's
obviously
how they
didn't-
get you.
You obviously didn't read the book.
Then they turn 13 and 14 and 15 and 16, and then
17
she's
even.
gonna be like, "Fuck you, mom! I'm fucking going out with the guy that."
Yeah, well, guess what?
Hey, Bruce is pulling up right now. We're gonna go get us a goddamn chocolate cake.
Well, Miss Honey's a fucking traumatized adult living in a childlike state. She's gonna be out there with another Bruce doing her own thing by the time she's a teenager.
Hey, Bruce and his dad just pulled up. Let's fucking chocolate cake.
Bruce and his dad.
Let's go.
They're going to be bruising at the same time.
Bruce and Butch.
Hey, you know what? Bruce and his dad just pulled up. They got a chocolate cake and a 6-pack of Paps.
No, y'all got to get.
Yeah, it's breakfast.
Gone, get.
Don't get.
Because it's eggs and milk.
No, she never made it seem like she was interested in being a part of that family anyway. They suck. She
Yeah.
knew it.
Yeah.
She knew it. And
She knew it.
yeah.
I love that.
So, I see what you did there. It was Newt. She knew it.
she
when
knew it.
he pulls up at the first when he goes, we got to beat the speedboat salesman to the airport. You know, it's just so
can't
stupid.
get it through his
And then
head.
I just love that too that she just already has the adult. She's had the adoption papers since she was tall enough to work the
To
Xerox.
Yeah.
And she pulls them out of her mother's bag.
No. Her mom grabbed the bag.
Her
from-
backpack.
Yeah, that's from the driveway when she's like, "Come on, get."
We got to go. We're going to Guam.
I mean, I just like to think that she has paper stashed in every bag.
Yeah, that is a good one though too. Like
Just in case.
Now look behind your ear.
Oh,
There's more papers right
wait a minute.
here.
Is that a fucking? Is that a
Creepy
quarter?
magician.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I just made 25 cents.
Huh.
That's
Right.
I just
shiny
pulled out a
quarter.
dime.
one
Paper.
quarter.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys this. And so we took Eller and Zoe to this little magic guy in downtown McKinney. It's just this little 4-table little theater. You got to buy food, you got to buy drinks, but it's for kids.
Right.
And
So there
look,
were only 4 kids there.
there were like 4 tables of people. Ours, 3 others were watching this magician. He's actually great for the kids. He's funny. He's self-deprecating.
So here's the thing that I'm wondering. I'm wondering if this is going to hit close to home because recently the girls and the kids have had this an experience that's very close to this. So go ahead.
Okay, it was awesome. We had a great time. Eller loves him some magic, and we're into it. I'm not fucking kidding you guys. He asks for volunteers. No one wants to do it, so he picks me and another adult dude, and he tosses us a magazine each.
Playboy?
No, just like business journal monthly and architectural
digest
quarterly.
Early Hungarian cabinet making.
Yes. And he was like, I just want both of you guys to just look through the magazine and just pick out like a big word, not a small word. Doesn't have to be anything specific, but just something that's like bigger than you.
And you were like, this is my moment.
And I mean, and I'm not shitting you. I started at the back of it and just flipped through and was like, okay, found my word. He's like, once you find your word, close it, put your magazine on the table. The other guy does the same thing. And he goes, okay, sir. And he's looking at me and he goes, all right, I'm going to try to guess your word. And he starts going through, he's like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going through the alphabet. And when I get to the letter that your word starts with, I'm going to know it. And I'm like, okay. And like poker face, you know, he's like A, B, C, D, E, F. What? E? Is it E? God damn it. If it wasn't E.
And you're getting all sweaty. You're like, oh, shit,
Oh my God.
I did. And I feel that way right now.
Get out of
and
my
then he's
head.
like, okay, well, we'll go for the second letter. A, B, C, D. Wait, it was C, wasn't it? This motherfucker guessed economist. And like,
Celsius.
I get that you can, like when you're fanning out cards, you can kind of get people to where suggestive picking, that's what magicians do. He guessed my word, economist.
Are you serious?
Out of an entire magazine where
because he guided you there with a picture on the edge of the page that then led you into the middle of the page that guided you to that word.
But I didn't even start at the beginning. Like I started in the end.
And you weren't in on it at all.
No, I wasn't in on it. And I will tell you
were
this.
going to start at the end.
The other guy, he just looks at the other guy, goes and says, "What's your word?" And he says, "Oh, you're not going to." Like the guy legit goes, "Wait, you're going to guess?" And he goes, "No, just tell me what your word is." And the guy's like, "Supernatural." And he's like, "Okay, pick up that magazine and turn to the back and pull that envelope out of the back of that magazine and pull the card out of that envelope." And he holds it Supernatural on the fucking card. And I was not in on it. And I guarantee you neither was that guy. And this motherfucker guessed both of our words out of magazines.
That is
it was
so
the
crazy.
fucking craziest thing.
So
that's not similar to mine and Amy's
But I
experience
can't-
at all.
That's
He
the
did
thing,
not.
though, is like
He did not guess your word. He guided you to your
But
word.
that's what I mean. But there's a whole magazine
With
filled
magic.
with words.
Here's the thing.
I didn't want it to
blew
be
my
right.
mind.
That whole mentalist thing is crazy for me. It's so much because, you know, when we.
It's all science.
Well, yeah.
What science is it?
Neuroscience.
Psychology.
And psychology.
Is
Chemistry.
it though? Like a whole magazine? Like you could.
It is, yes,
anywhere.
100%. There are pictures. They know what pictures are going to catch your brain.
Yeah, you
What
freaking, if you have a
pictures,
magazine, if you
then-
like, even if you just like opened it a whole bunch, like there would be like a spot that feels better when you stop and like.
Even if if you're flipping through pages, they know what pages your brain is going to want to stop at.
It was nuts.
That
With
seems
magic.
crazy. It
They
seems crazy to
magically
me.
know.
It does. So it's funny, like, you know, making flowers appear and all that shit. Like back in the day, it's like, hey, it's a
That was our magician.
That was more like our experience.
yeah. You guys had that.
Like sweaty, hunched over birthday party magician with
Yeah.
a fucking like, ooh, it's
That
a wand,
mental-
it's flowers.
That mentalist
Yes,
shit though is
1000%.
fucking crazy, man.
Yes.
I,
And
it's-
that's what my kid was just like, oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah, it was so
I'll
funny.
give you the name of this guy, Sam the Magic Man, in downtown McKinney. You take the kids, you will have a good time. I want y'all to go.
He's just
so
there
that he
all the
will just-
time?
Yeah, he just shows like every weekend. And
where at?
In downtown McKinney.
He shows
and
his
just like
penis on the square.
No. Hold on.
But it's behind a kid's ear.
No, but where does he do this show?
behind the kid's ear, Jarrett.
In downtown McKinney in a building that's like a theater.
Okay, and there's only 4 tables?
Yeah, it's very small. You go into this like bar on the first level. You go upstairs. There's a very small little theater.
What's it cost? Like $5?
No, it was like $13
A Q-tip.
a person.
Oh, okay. So it's a full-on show.
Order some food. Do whatever.
Okay, that sounds
I
great.
want you guys to go so that he'll pick one of you to do this magazine trick. Don't choose economist if he gives you the thing. I want to see how it goes if he doesn't get it right.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to choose the word and.
It's like, I told you to pick a long
Yeah,
word.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw a wrench in shit. I'm not going to pick the, I'm going to pick the.
You just pick any word.
Ooh.
And just be like, no, it was in there.
Any word isn't a word, though. That's 2 words.
True.
All right. So
it wasn't just like an entire magazine that was like a cat ran to the
let's
dog.
I'm telling you, I wasn't in on it.
To the economist.
Eric, thoughts on this movie?
I think this movie is wonderful. I think it meets all the criteria for wonderful children's fairy tale, aggressive antagonist, the magical nature of it. It's good-hearted. It's fun. I think Matilda is one of the best children's movies that's ever been made. And I stand by that.
That's
forever.
a bold-ass statement right there. That is a bold-ass statement.
Matilda, up your ass.
Casey?
Oh.
I 100% agree. This movie is so nostalgic. I think that it's perfectly made. I really, really do. I was a little kid with a huge imagination, and I felt this movie. I really thought I could fucking make things move with my mind. I loved it. I think that it's a perfect kids movie for the 90s. I think our kids, like I said, are soft and maybe can't handle it the same way. But Everett loved it whenever he was a little kid too. And yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's as nostalgic to me as The Sandlot. I would say top 2 children's movies of my entire
that's another good one.
Existence.
Amy?
I love this movie. I think it's amazing. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so it was fun to watch again. And I love it.
All right.
I love Matilda.
Yeah, I really liked it. To me, is a little bit. It's a smidge dark, and like overly dark. I think sometimes. Like there's murder and shit, and like all of that. As far as a kids movie is concerned, I really, really enjoyed it. I thought that the acting was both great and bad. But yeah, I would definitely say that this is a fucking fantastic motion picture. Danny DeVito done a great, great job, and I really enjoyed it. I would, for sure, if this was on and Everett was watching it, I would sit down and watch with him. Very much. Yeah, great. Good stuff.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
All right, Eric, we have one in the mailbag and a text, so hit him with a hind.
Hello. Eric is funny as shit. Always delivers. Victor Velour. I'll assume that's the text message. Thank you, Victor.
Victor Velour?
Thanks,
That's
Victor.
that's like a
That's a
fashion
strong
designer.
name, yeah.
Suck it, Victor.
That's really cool.
You guys are funny too. Y'all relax. But I mean, this guy's on the right page. Next up, what up, Jarrett, Eric, Casey, and company? Man, fuck you,
wow.
Amy and Sean.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
No.
Damn. Hey, Jarrett. Love your podcast and especially your music through the years. I've been spending most of my time listening to your past episodes during my third shift at work. I had a suggestion for a future movie pick. Have you ever had anyone mention the movie Orgasmo? It's a film full of hilarious moments and a rarely known one by the masters of South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker. I would love to hear your take on it. Also, a take one of Now You're a Man would be awesome. Anyway, keep up the great work, and I hope that I can donate at some point in the future. Keep on rocking. Your friend and fan, Christopher Jesty from Akron, Ohio. Go Zips.
Awesome, Christopher. Thank you very P.S.
Nope, no P.S.
All right.
I don't.
Thank you, Christopher. Yeah, so Orgasmo is definitely on the radar. We just did Basketball. It's like, how deep do you dig with we're 275 movies in. I mean, I think that movie's funny.
I've never heard of it.
No.
Really?
Okay, so that's like South Park before it was South Park, I think. They made a movie.
Is this the one with Ron Jeremy?
Yeah.
And Christy Canyons?
I think it's the one with Amy and Sean.
Right?
Yeah, Amy and Sean star in it.
Yeah. Hey, Jared, Eric, Casey,
and company.
Who the fuck ever else?
Well, it's so it stars Amy and Sean as company.
Apparently.
Amy and Sean are great company.
Yeah.
It's Amy's show.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are hers and his. Three's company too.
Do, 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 do.
Come and dance on our floor.
Come and dance on our floor. Take a step that is new.
Take a step that is new. We will love them all. Hers and in the faces. He's company too.
A little bit of Monica
in my life, a little bit of sucking on my wife, a little
bit of G.
Sorry, baby.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's not just.
I know
throw
we
me
don't
into
do that. We don't do that. All right, guys. What a fantastic, fun show. What a weird set of circumstances. Amy, I hope you don't have COVID. Sean, I hope you're doing great with our boys from Lions at the Gate. Great band. Cannot wait till all of that shit is out there in the world. Eric, God damn it, man. You're the fucking best. Casey, I love you, and I can't wait to go downstairs and
touch your bottom.
Well, yeah, while we watch television or you rub my feet.
Nice.
Right on.
Yeah. Now, Eric, how can people connect with us?
It's a funny thing that you would ask, because right here it says that our website is jarrettgoestothemovies.com. On Facebook, Jarrett Goes to the Movies, or the Jarrett Goes to the Movies fan page, or, get this, both. YouTube, Twitch, Jarrett Goes to the Movies. You can subscribe and turn on notifications on Instagram and Twitter at Jarrett Movies. On Patreon, that is where you can contribute to the little podcast that could. Join the winning team, patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Email us, jarrettgoestothemovies@gmail.com. You can text us or leave us a voicemail. The number is the same either way, 714-451-6029. That's 714-451-6029. Don't forget to join us next week when we discuss the film 500 Days of Summer.
It's going to be great. Going to be great fun. Thanks for sharing. If you want to share the podcast, it's important that you turn on public sharing or something. Like, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how any of that works.
Pubic sharing.
Yep. All right.
It's got to be public.
It's got to be your bowl. Thank you for sharing. Clarissa James, David Kendrick, Joey Bishop, Greg Stevens, Chris Pulse, Barry Ferguson, David Kendrick, Abby Dare for You.
Albie.
Oh, Albie.
I'll be there for you.
I'll be there for you. John Marsh, David Biller, Kurt Fletcher, Woody Chambers. David Biller. Is that one?
I don't know.
David Biller.
I'm still can't get over I'll be there for you.
I'll be there for you. Woody Chambers, Kurt Fletcher, Matthew Jumblies.
Jumblies?
Matthew Jumblies.
This is why it sucks when Sean's gone, because I always go, that's real.
Gage Strickland and Baloo's Bunker. We appreciate you guys sharing the show. Love y'all. Holy crap. What a great time this has been. We'll see y'all next week. Oh, shit. Sorry. See y'all down the road.